Greetings, everyone. This is Koku from the Bitter Medicine Podcast, inviting you to tune in to the Bitter Medicine Podcast on KWAZ Radio.
Peace, family. This is Oni, inviting you to listen to the pro-black perspective, where black problems are addressed with black solutions.
Greetings, fam. Tune in to The Learning Curve with me, the revolutionary matron on KWAZ Radio.
All right, welcome to episode 49 of the Harsh Reality Podcast. I'm your host, as always, D Webb, and I'm joined by my esteemed co-host. First off, we got the one and only, the thinking man, the big brain of Pan-Africanism. We got the one and only guest host for today. How you doing, Only, bro?
I'm cool. Thanks for having me, man. I like the accolades. Thanks, man.
Yeah, we got to throw out the red carpet for you, red, black, and green carpet. Appreciate you coming through. And, of course, we got the one and only Star, who you may remember from our interview. We're talking about health and all that good stuff, yoga and meditation and whatnot. So, Star, you there?
I'm here. What's up, y'all?
Hey, what's going on? Appreciate you coming through and lending us your voice and your esteemed opinion on the topics we're going to be touching on, okay? Appreciate you. Before I begin, make sure you shout out our KWAZ Radio family. Make sure you subscribe to the Bitter Medicine Podcast, hosted by Koku, the pro-black perspective, hosted by Oni, who's here with us today, the Learning Curve, hosted by the revolutionary matron, Forecast Radio, Brother Lagari. We got the whole Voltron lineup, so make sure y'all go to the KWAZ Radio YouTube page, subscribe to everybody. Lastly, we're on Patreon. I don't know why I say this every week because y'all still ain't giving us no bread, but it's all right. We're going to say it every week. Please donate. Of course, our proceeds go to upgrading the show and providing the best content we can for loyal listeners. And if you want to reach out to the show, drop us a note, drop us a message, have a subject y'all want us to talk about, make sure y'all hit us up at theharshrealitypod@gmail.com. I'll put it in the show notes. Now, without further ado, let us get into the topic at hand, or the topics at hand. First off, we got the NAACP, which stands for the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. We still colored? I don't know. I thought that was a slur these days. But they issued a warning for black people to avoid Florida due to the inherent racism. So I probably should sell my house and get out of here and run, folks. My question is, does anybody even listen to the NAACP these days? But we do have a video, so let me pull that up. Bear with me. Go to the old cesspool known as Twitter. All right. And here we go.
Or moving to the advisory for Florida, and it's urging the black community to avoid visiting or moving to the Sunshine State. According to the statement, the advisory comes in direct response to Republican Governor Ron DeSantis' quote, aggressive attempts to erase black history. And it calls Florida openly hostile toward African Americans, people of color, and the LGBTQ individuals. CNN has reached out to Florida Governor Ron DeSantis for comment, but did not receive advice.
All right, pretty short, straight to the point. So let's throw it to Oni first. Oni, what do you think about the NAACP's warning to black folks to stay your ass out of Florida? What you got, bro?
Not gonna cap. It probably makes you want to go to Florida now. No, I'm just messing. No, I mean, I think the advisory, the travel advisories, they always exaggerate. They always exaggerate. Now, that's not to say that there's not some parts of Florida I wouldn't go to. but but that's just generally the world. People would have travel advisories for New York. People have travel advisories for Ghana. People have travel advisories for Tanzania. People have travel advisories for England. Like that's okay. You advise. I mean, but like with regard to the NAACP, it's like who cares? But generally it's like, yeah, travel advisory. Okay, tell me what's going on. I heard you, but I'm really just gonna go somewhere that I know is safe, and I'm gonna I'm gonna live my life like millions of people there are already living their lives. But as far as the NAACP, it's like, yeah, like no, like who cares? Like they it's 2023,
Yeah, that's why I say like who's listening. But that's my teacher's own. Star, what you got? You think this is a legit advisory, or is the NAACP kind of NAACP? What do you think?
I don't know. Like I said, they really do exaggerate, and there's dangerous places everywhere. But are you gonna stop living? Like, what really happened for them to put out this advisory, though?
Yeah, Ron DeSantis recently introduced quite a few bills actually, and a couple of them are in regards to what they can teach in school. They're big against trying to stop what they call the woke culture, so they can't teach like the 1619 project. I don't know how familiar you are with that. It basically states that this country was built on slave labor and stuff like that, and a lot of separation of the races and stuff like that, a lot of identity politics. He signed something recently saying that transgenders they got to use the bathroom of the gender they were born into and stuff like that, which is why it's always crazy that they lump like black issues in with like the LGBTQXYZ plus, right? It's like you always see that. So that's part of it. That's why they say people of color, and then you sign that E-Verified thing, which basically says that if you're a legal immigrant, like companies got to register people with this little verified system if you work here. So honestly, only like one of those things really affects black people. But of course, the NAACP is doing the we are the world. So it's basically anybody that's non-white, they're gonna lump you in, or even at this point, sexuality. Which is crazy to me. So that's kind of what they're going on with this. To Oni's point earlier when you talking about it's places that you wouldn't go. I mean, that's every state, bro. It's places Illinois I wouldn't go. You know what I'm saying? I used to work on the railroad back in the day. I used to go to these different towns, work construction gangs, stuff like that. And I would go to certain towns where it was like you walk like one of those 1867 bars, and like the music stops, like what is that? Like a unicorn, you feel me? Like they hadn't seen a brother in ages. So that exists, I think, anywhere you go. So to be, I don't know how familiar you guys are with Florida, but if you go to Orlando, if you go to Tampa, if you go to Miami, you might want to check the animals out. It is not a big discrimination against the LGBTQ plus community here. In fact, they probably got some of the most popping clubs probably in Florida too. So I don't know. For me, it's nonsense. But let me ask y'all this then, since we're on this subject. Do you think that the South in general is because people, I know Star, you down here, you think the South actually has a bad perception in regards to what people think about?
Wait, can you ask me that again?
Like the South in general, do you think the South these days is welcoming to black people? To people consider moving from big cities, maybe in the north to the South? How do you feel about it?
Well, in my experience, I feel like the South is pretty welcoming. Yeah, I feel like, well, I'm in Texas, so, we're pretty like a melting pot. And there's a lot of people that's moving from the north, from California down here, and they're falling in love with it. Yeah, I'm an advocate for Texas.
All right. What about you?
Well, I ain't going to the South, but I'm joking. I went to Atlanta. It was pretty nice. But I mean, I saw the Confederate flag, and I was like, "What the fuck?" But matter of fact, I think I was in the car with this. The sister was driving me. She was like, "You want to go hiking?" I was like, "Yeah, I could go hiking, whatever." Right? I never heard of that, but okay. And she's like, "Let's just go hiking." And halfway halfway there, she's like, we're gonna go to Stone Mountain or something like that. And I was like, hold on, I know that name from somewhere. And apparently that was where the Klan used to hang out, in Georgia. But so that's why I saw the Confederate flag, and it was a Klan hangout, which was weird. But it was a lot of black folk there, so it's like, and that's another thing I noticed with regard to, at least most black races, most white races, they kind of don't like the when black folk be on that nonsense, more than they don't like they don't mind when black folk not on the nonsense, as far as I could tell. Like if I walk around, hey, shut the fuck up, cursing at everybody, all that kind of stuff, they might take a strong dislike to me. But if I'm not really bothering them, they're not really bothering me, Well, I could even say that regarding even here in New York City, not too many of my neighbors really like I got some white neighbors and stuff, and they don't I don't talk to them, they don't talk to me. You know what I mean? So like with white folk, I realize, I don't know how it is generally. Maybe there's some white folk who is there's some places that I wouldn't go, there's sundown towns, and there's I heard in South Florida, you probably don't want to be. I don't know. But yeah, but as far as the South, the fact that there's so many black people there already, I think that if you were to, just not invade other people's spaces and try to, do your own shit, you do your own stuff in their spaces, they don't really I don't see them as I don't know how aggressive they are, but I don't see them as too aggressive. Still, I personally wouldn't try to be surrounded by them, but that's also because I'm I'd rather be in Africa anyway. So but here in New York, it's like I said, most people ain't really most white folk ain't that aggressive on us right now. Maybe they will be in the future, and that's why I'm okay, I'll move out. But I'm not necessarily afraid of them, because even so, I feel if they were to go start targeting black folk, I don't think that they're gonna start targeting let's say me per se. Of course that sounds silly, I might be the first one shot, but but I'm just saying, generally speaking, white folk tend to have issues with I don't know, most of the times I see online, what I see them circulating is mostly they don't like hood black folk, and hood black folk don't like me neither. No, I'm joking. No, but real talk, I don't really come off as too hood, so it's not they're there's another one, it's more I don't know, they might call me, I don't know. No, I just don't see it. I never experienced it, but and sorry, I'll just say this. I know DB was gonna say I'm filibustering, but I'll say this. In fact, there is something to that. Even in New York City, they said most of the black folk going to prison were from 3 districts. 90% of the people that were in Rikers were from 3 different districts. To say that white folk really target a certain sub demographic among black folk, and even for instance, my friend and I. We don't even get stopped by the police, but there are a lot of not just black people, but a lot of even Latinos and so forth. If you were to fit the stereotype in a sense, right? You could get you would be, first off, you live in a police state, and then second of all, you could be stopped and frisked twice a day. So I could go 10, 20 years without ever being stopped by a police officer. But then some black folk, particularly depending on how you come off, you could be stopped twice a day, and especially where you live. So the odds, I'm not saying for me personally, no, but again, black people are already living there in mass, so it's not they're outright slaughtering black folk.
I think coming from Chicago, I think that's what kind of why South has a different perception, or what people perceive is a lot different than the actual reality. Being down here quite a while now, where they actually have their own little culture here. They got these things called the races, where the black celebrities.
Sorry, bro, you cut out.
Like that. Y'all can hear me? I think my connection cut out. Y'all there?
Yeah. Can you hear us?
Yeah, you can hear me?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yes, that's why I posed that question. Like I said, I think it's a whole lot of misconception in terms of the South and how peaceful it is, and how welcome it is to the Black community. Um, and I see we got Brother Bakari out there saying he wants to comment that they can't teach it. That's not correct, bro. Ron DeSantis sounded like two bills directly for fucking Jewish people, little hats or whatever you want to call them. Like they can definitely teach whatever they want to teach down here. As far as that goes, actually they got a new hate bill where if you even say certain issues, they are on your ass as far as the little hat Holocaust. So I don't know where you got that information from, brother, but that is not correct. All right, and let me welcome in Hotep. We just had Hotep pop up.
What up, Hotel?
How y'all
Yeah,
doing?
bro.
How y'all doing? Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
What's going on with you? So I don't know if you caught the beginning of that. I could run that video back for you. But basically, it was just in regards to the NAACP warning Black or African Americans to avoid Florida, saying the state has become openly hostile to Black Americans, people of color, and the LGBTQ XYZ plus 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 plus. I don't know how many acronyms they up to now. But you want me to run the video back for you, bro?
No, I'm familiar with the topic.
All right, then. What's your thoughts on it, man?
So like whether Jim Crow laws have been reinstated or not, most states feel that way about us, whether it's like on the law books or if it's not. So I think it's more of a distraction, I guess. That's like the word I guess I could use for it. Like saying avoid Florida because white people don't like us. Like, well, they never really have. So I don't see that as an issue.
Right. I think that sums up the whole issue. Is like that's what point I was making earlier. I was like, whatever state you go to, there'll be an area where they probably don't like you. You know what I'm saying? But the fact remains is will somebody touch you? A lot of times, 9 times out of 10, if you mind your own business, people won't mess with you. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where I find as far as being down here for so many years. I've actually probably experienced just as much or so quote unquote racism in Chicago as I have down south. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what area of Chicago you in. You know what I'm saying? It can get real greedy. So that's what I got. Anybody got any last thoughts on the NAACP telling Black folks to stay your black ass out of Florida because making bills for the LGBT?
They're not even really a voice for Black people to me anyway.
Right.
Like they don't do nothing for us. There was an incident where my family experienced like a racial thing, and the NAACP practically chastised us. Like, yeah, y'all only speak to us when y'all need something, and it's like, well, yeah, you don't call the NAACP to say hi. Like, what are you talking about?
Word. I have never been to an NAACP book drive. I never seen an NAACP book bag giveaway. I've never been to an NAACP like food drive or nothing. So I don't know even what they're doing at this. Have y'all experienced any dealings with NAACP in y'all communities, various communities?
Never.
Nah, I didn't know that
I
either.
couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you where an NAACP building is. Like, I couldn't. I wouldn't know what their logo really looked like.
Yeah, I don't either. And just to hit on Brother Bakari, I see him down. He said, I got an article. He said, I got it from an article I read. Said the Jewish Holocaust part of the woke culture and stopping. DeSantis actually flew to Israel like a week ago and signed a whole Jewish hate bill, bro. Like, so I'm not, when you getting that information in regards to him, saying like can't the Holocaust, maybe depending on what publication that printed that dude is deep. They are deep in his pockets. So, I don't know where you're getting that information from. I've never in my life seen a governor fly to another country to sign a hate deal. That was the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. So that just tells you something right there, brother. So, make sure you vetting your sources wherever you get that from. You guys got anything else on that subject? All right. So we move on. We got the infamous Morant facing more trouble. After we got another video of him flashing a gun while listening to some NBA YoungBoy. Stop listening to NBA YoungBoy, bro. Like, he drive you, I don't know, that bromance is fucking good pocket, bro. So I'm asking y'all, is this an unfair targeting by the NBA / Memphis Grizzlies, or is this young budding superstar just kind of fucking up? So we got a video here. Pull it up quick. We got a couple videos.
It's both.
I make you come without no fear. I don't give no fuck about no sex, bitch. I don't only want your nigga. I get this smoke out the bitch, tell that pussy nigga, yeah. I told that bitch I won't bang, I know this pussy nigga scared. I'ma run on high, get down, bang with the things like pop shit. Since I was small, I ain't stay down, bitch, that's my mom, I ain't scared. Pussy nigga said, but she told me, leave that nigga dead. 2 weeks later, I caught the bitch and bust his head. Sneakers say knock out the back off these bitches' head. Couldn't do that.
Fast, you can barely see him, but like in one of these little freeze frames, I want to say, because the homeboy it's funny because you can tell his homeboy saw him pull out the gun and he put the camera down.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like somewhere in here, he's like, oh, hold on, bro. So he did try to save him, but I don't even see why he's going live anyway. But and then like we got another video here with the infamous Charles Chuck Barkley found his Negro spirituals.
Man, we got some idiots, some fools, some jackasses on television that really just piss me off. Talking about Josh should make a stand saying he didn't break any laws. He didn't do anything wrong. We're in a state where you can carry your gun. Those guys are just freaking idiots. And I only say freaking because y'all won't let me say what I want to say. It pisses me off when I hear guys say that. Yo, man.
I'm gonna stop it every couple seconds because they're gonna hit me. But we got Chuck going off on his rant. Continue.
When you're making $100 million a year to play sports, your life changes. There are certain rules and regulations you have to live by, plain and simple. You can't do stupid stuff. That's the trade-off. Now, if you want to do all that stuff and give all that money back, more power to you. You can make that stand. Say, you know what? I want to do what I want to do. I want to flash.
That brother got his eyebrows arched or some shit. Is he going to the Koreans getting his eyebrows? Oh, come on, Chuck, bro. Get your stuff together. All right,
my gun and make videos and do things. Okay, that's fine. But you can't make money on the NBA doing this stuff. I just hope that he grows up and realizes, like, yo, man, first of all, you're not a thug. You're not a criminal. You're not a crook. You're a guy.
I always find it interesting they go to the thug criminal angle. You know, like he didn't do any criminal act. He didn't claim to be a thug, so it's funny that they spouting those kind of like fucking platitudes. But anyway,
taking $100 million a year to dribble us 200. 8 and 9 hours a week, gonna make $25,000 a year. They will kill to be in our situation. And you know, Kenny's right about your friends. Be a part. I
always wonder why two also do these like this. Memphis Grizzlies not even playing in this game, bro. You know, why you talk about this?
Else used to always say, and I love. He says, "Yo, man, you just an unlucky dude."
What happened? I can't hear anything.
Yeah, did the video pause?
I believe so.
D-Web, you there?
Probably cut out again.
And then it took his internet for showing this, huh?
Oh crap! While he's gone, he'll probably pop back in. What are your thoughts on it?
On the Ja Morant?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, first of all, that song it was playing was very ignorant.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I he's really on some crash dummy stuff, and I don't get it. It's like you making all this money, but you know white people don't play about their money. So you over here doing all this stuff, fucking up your bag because you want to look gangster. Like,
Sorry about that. I think they cutting me off. I don't think the internet. I don't think Xfinity likes me playing that video. Did y'all get the gist of the video though?
yeah.
Yes.
All right. So who was talking first? Was it Star?
Yeah, I was pretty much just saying, yeah, that video, I mean, that song that they was playing in the video was very ignorant. That NBA young boy. Like, what?
Yeah, I think that's part of the issue too. So, you talking, go ahead and continue. What do you think about it? And do you think they're unfairly targeting him or what's going on? Some stupid shit.
Well, he's playing ball for this organization owned by these white people. These white people don't play about their money. But like, I just don't get why you're making all this money and you just really fumbling the bag and being on some crash dummy stuff. Like, because you want to look gangster for who though? Like, niggas get money to get out of the hood and get out of that gangster shit.
Exactly.
So I really don't understand it, but I don't know.
All right, toss it to Oni, man. What you think about it?
Well, I don't know. I'm not fully understanding, but first off, I want to say, like, what was with his friend?
Right.
In the sense of his friend's on live, and I get it. You with a big basketball star. I'm hearing he's a pretty good basketball star, but you with a big basketball star. You want to take a video with him. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. You see the guy has a gun. No, first off, you do the gun sign, which was all right. It's cool, whatever. It's not really cool, but it's whatever, right? And then you see your man has a gun. So then you turn the camera on him and then turn the camera away. You're on live, my guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you, because the first thing he does is he looks over. He's like, is that a gun? Then he shows it. It's like, your man's getting in trouble, right? You could just cut off the live.
Yeah.
Or just focus on your face. Not like the dude was, because Ja, it looked like he did want to be seen with the gun, sure. But it's not good for him, right? And you're his man. You're allowed into his personal space, right? Look out for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's all you could ask of somebody in your personal space. Just look out for you, because otherwise, what are you there with him for? The dude sabotaged him, and it's like you're fumbling your bag as his man. Now, obviously, I'm not saying that a man should. You say what?
Oh, let's go ahead and talk.
No, I'm not saying that a man should look for another man to give him a bag, but at the same time, like this motherfucker, like they said, he's making $100 million. He don't care, Like, and he got you driving in his car, you chilling with him, like, dude, all you gotta do is look out for him, and he probably the one playing the music. I don't know who was driving. I couldn't tell. I guess in America, he probably was the one playing. But it's like, yeah, no. Like, I think, as far as I understand, though, it's legal for him to do that. I don't know, but I think it's legal. It's America. It is kind of poor gun discipline, obviously. It is, kind of like imitating, thug culture in a sense, or not thug culture, but imitating a certain, certain demographic. But like my thing is this: a lot of people imitate that demographic. Like black people in America would brag about how everybody in the world is imitating a particular subculture in America, right? So I don't think anybody's going to be immune to that, even if you get $100 million. I think the world is shifting. I think the world is changing. I could see how there's some sort of pushback towards, multimillionaires doing that kind of stuff. But I also understand like everybody's like on some, like everybody's imitating the latest trend, whether it's Britney Spears, or I guess I'm old, right? But, whoever the latest trend is, right? We all imitated it. So I'm not really gonna, like, I can't fault a dude who, I think they said he might have been middle class. I can't fault a middle class person for doing that kind of thing, because that's what, as far as I understand, that's what a lot of middle class people do. You know what I mean? How many well-to-do women twerking on, twerking in whatever, like they're doing that. I don't agree with it, but I understand that there's an allure. So him doing it is whatever, but his man's recording him and then acting like he was trying to protect him. Like, no, my guy, you effed up, like you effed up. And as far as Charles Barkley, yeah, like Charles Barkley, shut up, man.
Chuck, shut up. Okay, your everybody's opinion. What you got? What you think about the whole situation?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think he's dumb because like this ain't the first time this incident's happened. You should know by now that all right, cool. Even if it is legal, every time I'm seen on camera with a gun, it causes a big issue. So I should probably stop doing that. Yeah. But on the other hand, it's like, well, why is it causing such a big issue? I think like there's two questions that could be asked. And on the like Ja Morant, he may be acting like a thug, he may not. I ain't never met him, but at the same time, you got to understand he ain't been making $100 million his whole life. That might be who he is. Like people don't reach a certain tax bracket and then stop committing crimes. And I learned that personally. Like going to college, it was like, okay, cool. So rich white people sell coke and they do it on school grounds. Like they don't care about none of that. Like there's no tax bracket where you just stop doing certain stuff. And also the NBA, it's really selective with its outrage on this because a lot of NBA players are gang affiliated, like openly throwing their signs up on the floor, in their walk-ins and all that. I remember personally, Derrick Rose used to throw up GD a lot.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Russell Westbrook. I think it was Russell Westbrook. Was it Russell? Yeah, Westbrook. He used to throw up neighborhood when he played for OKC back in the day. Like lots of NBA players are gang affiliated, but the backlash, I've only ever seen Ja Morant get the backlash for it.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's because it gets them good ratings. Ja Morant plays in Memphis. Memphis is not a nice city by any means. So his behavior coupled with his environment makes sense. Now, if he played for the Hamptons or something, that would be different. But he was born and raised in Memphis, and now he plays for the Memphis Grizzlies. He never got rich and left the environment of being a thug because he got signed to his city's basketball team. He's still hanging out on the block. His grandma probably still stay in the same space. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he got rich and then dipped out. And I think that may be a problem as well.
Oh, so he's not middle class then. The people saying that he's not a thug. So you saying he might have been a thug?
He could be, because growing up, I got jumped by some dudes that lived in a cul-de-sac. Like I grew up on like Fort Campbell, Kentucky, Clarksville, Tennessee area. Like that's where I graduated high school at, and it's like those are really nice military towns, and they gangbang really hard out there. Like the white guys, the Mexican guys, it's a lot of like military gangs and stuff out there. And dudes in khakis and Sperry's and cardigans would mob up on people at school. Like there's no tax bracket for just.
So it's not hood niggas.
No, it's. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's everybody because everybody's not really cut like that, but it proliferates through many cultures.
Or yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't blame him. I mean, like I don't say I don't blame him, but like, I mean, my thing is he's not hurting anybody. He's not pranking anybody. He's just dancing, and it's a weird type of dance. But like, some people dance like that. I mean, maybe mostly in Afghanistan, but still, like, some people.
I will say this though, because I think a lot of people equate like, oh, what he did was legal, which is fine and dandy, but they're not equating that he signed a contract with his team that has rules against behavior and all. We seen it back in the early 2000s with Allen Iverson when he was dressing the way he dressed, and they made a whole NBA dress code where you had to come to. A lot of us work with places where we have to abide by a dress code or you have to abide by certain issues. Some jobs you have will have social media codes of conduct where you can only post certain stuff or you can't talk about the presidential candidate or stuff like that. So this is not something new. He knows the rules of the organization he works for. So it's either you want to abide by the rules or you don't. You know what I'm saying? And
let me ask you this though.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me. Yeah, but that's the thing though, because he's like in a private car, you know, and I don't like. It's not like we know he knew he was on live. He could have just been on a video. I mean, obviously that's not better, but like, you know, if you're taking a video with your boys, you know,
that's
you dancing.
That's some bull. Because when some tag you, bro, when they tag you, you pop up. Like,
you gonna know he tagged on the other dude's phone.
Yeah, man, you know what he's doing, bro. You know he's going live. It ain't the first time he went live. And not to mention, let's talk about the live thing. Yo, you recently had Pop Smoke dead for going live, right? PNB, they try to blame him for his girl for going live, which may or may not be the case. But you had the producer, Hitmaker, had almost got killed, almost got popped going live, bro. If you got millions of dollars, stop going live. I'm not rich. Guess what? When I go on vacation, you know when you see those vacation posts? When I get back to the fucking crib, bro.
Right.
It's like that.
You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's just a common sense issue, yo. If you know you're a millionaire, bro, the chain you got on your neck can feed my family for 6 months and I'm starving. I'm in the hood. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna roll up on you. So to me, if
that's what I'm saying.
Boys and they love him and that's the bag, you protect the bag, dog.
That's why I'm saying it's his man's. It's really his man's. Because my thing is, if you were privately in your car and you dancing, that's one thing. But you there recording me, not just recording me, you going live. Now, obviously, he noticed the dude was recording and going live, but like that's why I would say, just for advice for people in general, you have to watch who's in your circle. And you got to watch their behavior because. Like really, like you just said, like you going live, you broadcasting my location, you posting it live, like you are endangering my life. One, you endangering my bag, and now I'm in trouble because of you. Now, I think the last time he did it, he was on live himself or something, and he was posing in front of the camera himself. But like this one, I wouldn't even put it on him because it's like he was just in the car dancing. I mean, did he have to pull out a gun? No, but like
he pulled that blicky. He didn't have to reach in this. You listen to a song, you're doing something normal people do every day, bro. Like, and honestly, your band's recording. That's some groupie behavior. It's two grown men in a car listening to NBA YoungBoy. It's no bad bitches in the back seat. Nothing special going on. Nothing, bro. That's groupie behavior, yo. Definitely. Why are you recording this? This is groupie shit. We ride in the car, yo. That's why
I said it's his man's. It's really his man's.
You need a new circle, bro. You gotta change your circle. That's why a lot of people hang with people who got money, bro. I understand that now to this point. You know, it's like you can't move with you can love your homeboys, you can do stuff for them, but you can't be around them every day like you used to be when you was broke in the hood, bro. It's just you different. It's different for you, bro. You know, so Chuck was right on that sense to me. You know, I don't like Charles Barkley, but Charles Barkley, lived in that life where you had to change your circle, bro. You can't hang with the same people from bumfuck. Because on top of that, you don't know who jealous of you.
Yeah,
you don't know what these people gonna do. They could set you up. What's the dude name? Doe B. Doe B got killed by a dude who was in his video, his first video. The same dude killed him. You feel me? So. You can't say what these people was in their heart at the end of the day. You making $50 million a year, bro. If they family still in the hood and they see you doing this and doing that, you don't know what the hell they gonna do to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you got to you just gotta move different, bro. It's as simple as that. I mean, it sucks, but you gotta move different. Now you can put your man's them in a position like LeBron did with his homeboys, where his homeboy, like the number one agent in the NBA, put them in position to get money. But don't just have them hanging around with you like groupies, because I'm telling you, jealousy gonna pop up, bro. Put them in the position to win. Once they win, y'all can hang out like that. But until then, bro, you need to protect your bag. You generational wealth. You walk in generational wealth. People will kill you for that. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got to say on that, man. Y'all got anything?
I'm gonna just throw this out. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, when you got shit to lose, you gotta act like it. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Exactly.
You gotta watch the company you keep as well, like you said, because his man's was definitely clout chasing, recording like a fucking bad bitch in a passenger seat.
He's a passenger princess.
Yeah. Oh God. So yeah.
Nah, I'm gonna just reinforce this. I mean, I'm gonna go put on the tinfoil hat, and I'm gonna say maybe his man's was trying to set him up because the thing is, his boy he's the one who threw up the gun sign first, but with his hand, you know, and that was kind of just a signal, hey, pull out your gun type thing, you know, because like, why are you doing finger shots if you like if you have a real gun? Why would you do finger shots, right? He probably knew his man's had a gun, so he was like, look at this, shot, and the dude. You know, I mean, I'm not saying he's the brightest, and you never know because like first off, he's not driving, so he could have been intoxicated. You know, he could have been high. You don't know. So I feel like maybe possibly his man's was trying to set him up, or even would have like bribed him with the video type shit. Yeah. You know, obviously it's on live, so somebody else probably took it and then shared it. But that's an easy, you know, bribe blackmail thing. You know, so like yeah, like realistically. Like I think the main takeaway is just watch your circle, you know, because and don't get high around the wrong people, you know.
Word. You gonna say something, Star? You got something? Hopefully I ain't cut back out. Y'all can hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Hotel, we get your thoughts on that joint? Or you already talked?
Yeah, I spoke already.
All right, so I ain't got nothing else. If nobody else has nothing on John Wick, I will say, man, I hope the brother succeeds, man. Truly, and you know, bottom of my heart, you know. But you got to change your circle up, young brother, and hopefully the NBA. Because now, one thing that you got to be cognizant of is now you're embarrassing the NBA. You're embarrassing the Memphis Grizzlies, man. You know, you embarrass these crackers, man. They try to crack down hard on you. So hopefully, you know, it's a situation where they don't go ridiculous with it, where they do a half a season or a whole season type of suspension for the brother and mess up his pockets. But, you know, you got to be cognizant of that. You know what I'm saying? Because they just kind of slapped him on the wrist last time. You know what I'm saying? He went to a rehab or something. I don't know what the fuck they did.
Yeah, oh, man.
Yes. And now, you know, everybody was looking at that like, oh, that's kind of like a slap on the wrist. So now they might try to crack down.
I think he might just have to get accustomed to being rich. Like Jay-Z came into the game with Dame Dash, but then he quickly got rid of bro. Because he was like, all right, I'll never be a billionaire with Dame Dash on my side, acting like Dame Dash. He has to get accustomed to being worth $100 million.
My question is this: how is he going to mess it? Like, won't he always have $100 million? Like, assuming he don't. Like, how he like? Ain't he like set for life? Real talk.
Man,
it was probably
Hammer had millions of dollars. Who else had millions of dollars?
I mean, like, I'm saying, like, if he were to manage it, like, I'm not saying he would manage it. I'm just saying if he would.
The contract itself may be like 25 million guaranteed, but 100 million over 5 to 10 years or something like that, depending on what the paperwork looks like. But he got 100 million right then and there. He probably got like 10, 15 million in the bank right now. But he'll get paid over the course of his contract with the Grizzlies.
I see. But so you're saying they could still cancel his contract and cancel his money?
They could absolutely cancel his contract, and now you're stuck with what you got.
Shit, I'd like to be stuck with it.
Well, and like I say, if you violate the terms of that contract, they can cancel it out. Like they have them standards in there where, like, yeah, this is guaranteed money. NBA does have guaranteed contracts. However, if you violate a clause, they can cancel out that contract.
And say you took out a line of credit on your house under the impression that you had $100 million, and now you only got 15, 20 or something like that. Now you 80 million. Now your credit messed up in a horrible way.
And don't discount that the boy is 23 years old. The 23-year-old can run through some money. It doesn't take much, particularly if you feeding people. Andre Rison, we see the same thing. They had a whole documentary of people blowing millions of dollars, yo. So it's not uncommon. It's not uncommon. At 23, you got a long way to go before you're 65. You can blow that money real quick, particularly if the income stops. So that's what I'm saying. If that's his man, they want to protect the bag. Yo, I don't know why we haven't learned to stop going live, bro. The social media addiction is ridiculous. I think that needs to be addressed more. If you're gonna go to rehab for social media addiction. You don't need to fucking go live, bro. Go on the beach in Dubai with some bad bitches, bro. Why are you going live? I don't understand it, bro. And it's crazy because if you look at the old school dope boys, they don't even have social media. If they do have social media, it's pictures of them and their family. You feel me? It's nothing extra. But if you look at some of these younger people or whatever, they flashing money, they doing the money phone thing, holding up stack. I got cousins like this, yo. No, you ain't had a job since you was born. Never had a real job in your life, and you hold stacks up to your head. You feel me? Like, why?
Yeah, looking. IRS looking.
Yeah, like, what is the point? People have seriously social media addiction where they feel as though they got to impress strangers, yo. And I feel like this young dude may have that. He grew up, like, we dealing with the first generation that grew up on social media. This right here, this 20 to 30-year-old demographic, that's the first generation that grew up with it. It came through when I was like in, middle school or something, then it wasn't even big. But now these kids was born 7, 8 years old. Your mama making a damn social media site for you. You know what I mean? So who knows, what kind of psychological effects that's gonna have on these kids where they feel as though they got to stunt for strangers. It ain't enough to have millions in the bank and to be with, beautiful women, to do whatever you want to do, fly private jets. They have to show the world like we don't already know you rich as hell. You feel me? So it's gonna be interesting times we up to, man. Y'all got anything to come off that? Piggyback off that?
I was gonna say, Brother Bakari said his pops hang out with the so-called gangsters of Memphis. He runs with Young Gotti, something like that. I don't know.
Yo Gotti. Shit, Yo Gotti don't do that bullshit, to be honest with you, but I feel you. And shout out to Bit of Medicine out there. He said they went after Gil's contract, forced him into a long suspension. I wonder who's Gil. Who's Gil? Gotta figure that out. Put who Gil you talking about, bro. I can't figure that one out. But that's all I got on Ja Wick, man. Y'all got any last words on Ja Wick?
I didn't even know he's 23, so that puts a lot into perspective too. Because think about the mentality of a lot of early 20-year-olds.
Yeah, that would. Because
look older.
I was 23. You definitely got a video of me with a gun in my hand at some point. I can't really.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, definitely did some compromising shit in my early 20s. So
I'm glad I didn't have live in my early 20s because it'd been serious, but they're gonna have to adjust to it. So let's move on to the next subject we got, though. We got Timbaland. He reveals his quote-unquote collaboration with the late Biggie Smalls, Notorious B.I.G., using AI technology, and he's received quite a bit of backlash for that, which I would say is warranted. But let me pull up the video here. Hopefully they don't flag again. I don't know what's going on StreamYard, but they kicking my ass tonight.
And all right, so I'm sitting here with my brother, Creative God, and we know that there's a lot of talk about AI. We know how the feelings of violating certain things, but let me tell you something. I got a solution. I'm working on it. It's going to be beneficial to everybody. But in the meantime, I got to share something I've been working on because I always wanted to do this and I never got a chance to. I always wanted to work with Big and I never got a chance to until today. It came out right. Play.
Breathe, not a pimp, but I keep the church up my sleeve. Roll my shit and fuck around and get the big seed. Got her in my palm, she won't be my man's queen. Look up, cheese, it ain't on me, it's in me. Keep all my gold so long when I'm grinning. 50 traffic on my chain, that's my shimmy. Garbage rappers drop the trash, that's what I am listening. Her man don't give a gift, she said it's not giving. If you want to smoke, I gotta keep a hot chimney. She might pop smoke, young dog pot mixing. A lot of air.
I feel like we were watching Timbaland morph into like a cornball before our very fucking eyes. But what y'all got? I'm tossing to our recent musician here. We got a couple of them actually, hip hop heads, so this should be an interesting one. Star, what you got? You sound like you want to chime in on this one.
I mean, I have my feelings about the whole AI thing. I feel like it's only a matter of time till we get like a posthumous AI Nipsey Hussle album. Like, I don't know. It's weird. It makes me feel funny. Like would he really want to work with you though if he was alive?
Exactly.
You know, it's just weird. I don't really like the posthumous stuff.
Dang, yeah, I just took over right now.
StreamYard today, Jesus.
That's hilarious.
StreamYard is not being cooperative today. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, stop talking bad about AI, man. That should just replace you. Like,
I don't know, but I'm like, yo, but yeah, I'm tossing to Hotep, man. What you feel about the AI joint in this in particular? What Timbaland's doing with Biggie's voice, man? Because I know you're a hip hop head, bro. What you got?
I think Timbaland is being used as like the face of something bigger to come. Like they're gonna try to see if they can get it off with Timbaland, like try to gauge our reaction, and then because it's pretty much underway. There's a rollout in the music industry. They have rollout periods, and this is just stage one of a bigger rollout for all types of dead people about to start popping up with new music.
Who y'all think they gonna come out with posthumous?
I know for a fact there's a Michael Jackson album that's been out since like 2016.
I was gonna say Tupac.
You think it's AI? Or you think he recorded it before he died?
No, it's all the way 100% computer generated.
Ew.
And you wouldn't really be able to tell unless you was like an audiophile like one of us. You could tell in like certain specific spots, but like your everyday listener would have no clue.
That's the scary part. Because like, what is AI gonna do for the regular artists? You know what I'm saying?
Well, truth be told, most of these artists out right now might as well have AI doing their stuff. There's like a whole writing staff and 30 producers on one song. So these artists really don't even be artists half the time.
Just performers.
So if anything, AI is going to cut out their middleman and they're going to start making more money.
Shit, that's what everything's out.
Yeah, they had an AI artist the other day. But like, I think from White Boys was writing for it. And what happened with that was like it was just too much of a caricature, you know? Like it was a whole hip hop AI personality that was like, yo, I'm eating chitlins in my limo. And it's like a computer image, and it's like, you ain't gotta go that far. So I guess they quote unquote canceled it, but you know, it's coming.
No, I remember that. It was the little 3D avatar dude ran by the Mexican dudes.
Yeah. Niggas was outraged for like a couple days.
Everything's outraged for a couple of days.
But I'm telling you, they've been dropping like some of these like them Drake collabos and stuff. They're like trying to get people used to that. Some of them songs sound good. You know what I'm saying? Like some of those collaborations you hear, they got like the what was it? The Weeknd or something singing one of the Michael Jackson songs, like Michael Jackson singing one of his songs or something like that, and it sounds like a legit joint. You feel me?
I think you got replaced by the AI, man, because you just turned your whole tune talking about how good the AI sounds.
I'm against it. Don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is they trying to, get us used to it. So that they trying to make hot tracks. So it'd be like, yo, who cares? The music good. It sounds good. I don't care if it's a dead person. I don't care.
Some of that stuff might not be AI though. Like that Kanye song I heard sounded like they took Kanye's vocals from one track, and then they like, what is it called? They synchronized it to another track and then slapped it over another instrumental. So I could have probably did that on Pro Tools. I'm not gonna say AI did that.
Yeah, that's another thing too. We seen that like with the project like Bluebeam stuff or some of that stuff, right? That I think they're kind of revealing stuff, but at the same time, some of the stuff might actually be true. But it's like you're in the Matrix, like you don't know what's real, what's fake, what are they doing? You know what I'm saying? So some of the stuff may actually be legit collabs, or they can splice different verses, because we know a lot of people do those tracks where they'll have a throwaway track, bro. Like most albums, they do 20, 30 songs and throw a bunch of them away. So now they can take that, splice that onto another beat or something, and say, "Oh, it's the AI. You see how good this sounds? It's the AI." So to me, you know, you even know what you're dealing with in reality. You don't know if you're dealing with the AI, old throwaway track that somebody had or whatever. So I think that's part of the confusion. I think the confusion is purposeful. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I got on that.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I would have thought Timbaland could have held the beat better. You know, he's just moving
Right.
around like Joe Biden or some shit. Like he needs to retire or some shit. But nah. I mean, I wasn't even feeling the song. I wasn't feeling that. I don't know what was the backlash. Was because it was Biggie was dead or something?
Yeah, Biggie's dead. You're using a dead man's voice, like who didn't consent. You know, like I think Star hit on earlier with him. He might not even want to work with Timbaland. He might have had some beef with him. They might have had, you know, some beef over some broad back then. Who knows? Who knows if he wanted to even be on that beat? But you can't even, you know, give him that choice, right? You just putting his voice on something.
Exactly.
So they're trying to make money off his name, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and he has like a deal with the AI companies, I believe, where you know he's like getting paid to promote this. So I think that's also part of it. Yeah, he has a deal with one of these companies that does AI tech, you know. So that's why you gotta also watch these dudes, man, because he has a personal, you know, risk investment in making that shit pop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So age gracefully, Timbaland, bro. You was a legend in the game, but don't sell out, bro. Like I don't understand why people can't age. Why can't people age gracefully? You got fucking Jalen Rose with painted on hairlines, and you got. I don't understand why black men just can't age.
Genuine. He was also in Timbaland's camp. That guy, he needs to sit down. He just fell off stage the other day.
You got Master P lying for no reason about certain stuff. I don't know what's going on with this celebrity culture, particularly the musicians in general, where they just can't like accept their fly. Okay, you got older, adjust to something else, do something else in the industry, or do something else or move on. Where they feel as though they got to like cap. You know what I mean? Or do stuff to stay relevant, which actually like tarnishes their legacy in the long run. You know what I'm saying? Now, instead of Timbaland being known for like all them iconic, you know, Aaliyah beats and working with Missy, now you're gonna be the AI pusher, bro.
Yeah. It's crazy because like Timbaland is like one of my favorite producers ever, but like if you're gonna have this AI track with Biggie, like I thought you would come harder with the beat because I'm like, what the fuck was that? It wasn't even what honestly. When I first heard the song, it sounded like it was Rick Ross rapping, not Biggie. I'm like,
yeah, it don't even sound like. Yeah, I think Hotep hit on it too. It's like, yo, it wasn't even hot. You know, you think it's hotter than what it is? Like that sound like a standard, you know, 2005 beat with the, you know what I mean? Like, I don't.
That wasn't it.
That wasn't it, bro. Try again, or don't.
But my thing is this though. I'll say this though, because I think maybe. Like, unfortunately, you got to look out for your bag, you know, and it might be that AI is going to replace, like AI is replacing a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's replacing a lot of us, and it's kind of like one of those situations where if you don't get on before, you know, the time to get on, you're going to be sitting back saying, "Damn, I wish I got on that," you know, because I remember, I think it was 50 Cent who had that. He had some sort of like he had a couple of businesses that really popped off, and you know he's sitting down on a good stack, you know, and so yeah, if this AI stuff does pop off, you know, obviously there's, you know, some white folk gonna get their money, whatever, but Timbaland's not gonna be sitting around like, damn, I should have, you know what I'm saying? Maybe Puff Daddy might, maybe I'm gonna give my age, right? maybe Pete Deshaun Combs, I don't know. Well, maybe he might. You know, maybe Jay-Z might be like, oh, damn, you know? But, like, Timbaland's going to be like, oh, yeah, you know, y'all said I shouldn't have done it. But, you know, I'm on this bag. I'm now the billionaire, you know?
I feel like instead of just jumping on the train, because everybody can see the harm in this, there should be like a unionization of artists to combat this whole artificial intelligence thing. Because this is about to kick all of them out of a job. If we can just... Because we already creating characters and throwing them in the people's faces anyway. If we can just cut the artist out completely, these celebrities no longer exist. So if these people want their job, they should come together and push back against artificial intelligence as much as possible.
Look at this right here. This is the thing too, right? I don't know what it is, but I think in the video game industry, you constantly see the same game coming out, whether it's Resident Evil, or GTA or whatever. Like people just like the adult crowd, they just want to play the same stuff over and over again. They want to play Mario again and again and again, right? They already had that Tupac concert after he died with the 3D projection and playing his music, right? If you can get a new quote unquote new Tupac song with a Tupac 3D body. You don't gotta pay no artist nothing, because it's like, how you gonna compete against Tupac? You know what I mean? Like, if you a late coming artist, how you gonna compete against Tupac? Especially if people want to hear that, because a lot of people are gonna be like, yeah, I want to hear Tupac and I want to hear Biggie. I want that nostalgia, like what Timbaland was doing. So that said, like, yeah, it's a big, like, it's gonna suck. It sucks if you're an artist, but like a lot of things suck if you could do what an AI could do, you know? Like if you could, you know, like if you was working on the telephone line, you know, pushing buttons as a telephone operator, you know, it sucks when, you know, phones could do that without you. So yeah, you know, AIs are replacing a lot of jobs, including entertainment, and you know, you're gonna have to find, like, if you don't find something, shit, you know what I'm saying? Because ain't no competing against this thing.
You know what? The point of AI was to take over like rudimentary tasks. It wasn't to take over creative tasks. That's supposed to be left up to humans. Only humans can make. But it's like when you have them taking over tasks where it involves creative type of things, then you should really be scared, yo. When they can make a script as good as a human, or make a song as good as a human, like, why the hell they need you? That's supposed to be the thing. Like, it's supposed to take over tasks so that we can focus on creative pursuits, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so, but now AI is taking over these areas where it's supposed to be creative. It's supposed to be humans making up the stuff, right? They're supposed to free us up from like stocking shelves or, you know, basic spreadsheets or some shit. But now you're not seeing that. So I think people need to be worried about that. You feel me?
Artificial intelligence isn't necessarily like alive. Somebody's programming that stuff. So what's really happening is the workforce is being funneled into a bunch of people you don't want writing songs. So it's like they clamping down on the propaganda machine. Instead of having these people write songs that may go against what we want to be heard, we're gonna just have we're gonna have someone write the song for us and then put it through this artificial intelligence generator. It's gonna create a pop song in 40 seconds. And then that's how we're going to keep the music industry running. That way we don't have to pay Kanye X billions of dollars to keep his voice heard. And we need him to sell shoes. That way we don't have to pay Jay-Z and Beyonce X amount of money so we can keep their voices heard. We could just wait for them to die off and use their name, their likeness, basically all that stuff you signed over when you signed that record deal, your name, your likeness, your personality, your left ass cheek, all of that. Like, they own that. And they can do whatever they want with it.
To me, that was also the purpose of social media, yo, right? And that little Biggie little snippet he did or whatever, that fake Biggie snippet, he said like what, as if or some shit. It was some like super fucking moist term that they use in, you know, the community, that other community, right? But to me, it's like that's the point of social media, right? All this posting we doing, all this stuff, giving access to our thoughts or whatever. What they're gonna do is take whatever's trending, whatever people keep talking about, and recycle that in the song. So you're not even gonna get really no innovation, right? As it goes on, what you're gonna get is it's gonna pull whatever people's talking about on the internet, whatever is trending or whatever. It's gonna throw those lyrics in the song and repurpose those lyrics where you're gonna be hearing the same shit over and over like a hamster wheel, right?
It's gonna be a bunch of white people behind black faces.
Yeah, but you know, even on like Twitter, bro, same subjects get recycled every so often, right? You know, the two.
Well, you gonna pay 50-50 or no, man?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Though you're the same recycled shit every fuck. I get so tired of that, yo. I'm be like, yo, here we go again. And we're gonna talk about the dates. We're gonna talk about a bunch of single people talking about how you need to do this and do that. And I'm like, oh my god, here we go, bro. Yeah. But that's what you're gonna get with the songs too. They're gonna pull the snippets. They're gonna pull the little terms that's trending. You ain't the same thing over and over again. So to me, it's some bull. It's like, yo, you can't do that, yo. You can't outsource creative thought, yo. Once you do that, you might as well cancel Christmas, bro. Like, what are we good for? Like, why am I here? Just have a fucking AI come on here and talk and get cut off every fucking 30 seconds, you know, because he's saying stuff that StreamYard don't, y'all. But anyway, that's all I got. Y'all got anything else on AI and the Timbaland and his beat, you know?
Timbaland need to come harder, man.
Oh yeah, that was corny. Yeah, Timbaland was like,
Timbaland.
I'm like, is he listening to the same song?
Right. That ain't my goat, man.
I think Flo Rida better anyway.
Flo Rida.
He trolling.
He's trolling.
He's trolling. Hotel. but hey, Flo Rida just won like a $30 million, $40 million lawsuit against Celsius. Flo Rida ain't never gonna rap again in his life. He's done.
Flo Rida is like the black pit bull. Y'all got to put some respect on his name.
No, for real though.
But anyway, let's move on to the next subject. The Latino community has they found their Dr. Umar, and I got a video to share with this one. Should be an interesting one.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
What a What a great example this interaction here provides us all with regards to the things I speak about on this platform. On the one hand, you have Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio, best known as Bad Bunny, a self-made Puerto Rican young man who also happens to be the #1 selling artist in this entire planet. This guy literally went from being a grocery bagger at his local grocery store in his small town of Puerto Rico to where he's at today. On the other hand, you have Kendall Jenner, daughter of Bruce Jenner and sister of Kim Kardashian, who is a woman who was literally born into fame and privilege just because of the family she belongs to. Two things we can learn from this interaction. First, we can all clearly witness the power of a fully colonized mind when we see someone like Benito, who literally can have any beautiful Latino woman he wants, following this white woman's behind like a little puppy. Why? Because the people who have colonized our homeland have effectively ingrained onto the overall culture that one can only reach one's pinnacle when one can be seen fully embedded and accepted by whiteness. That the only way one can really be great is when whiteness embraces one as one of their own. And secondly, we can also learn from this interaction that it doesn't really matter how great one already is or how rich and famous one might be, that whenever we are trying to be embedded with whiteness, that whiteness will always look at one's greatness as being beneath to whiteness. Stay woke, mi gente. Dale.
Stay woke, mi hombre.
Hey, talk your talk, buddy.
I think he was spitting. Right there. But I'm gonna throw that out to you. I'm gonna throw y'all out to y'all. Y'all can hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hear
All right. So who wants to start here? Who wants to start on Benito?
I'll make a few comments. One, what do you expect from a nigga named Bad Bunny?
Does he have to follow her around like she got a carrot in her ass? Like,
yeah, like.
I think you spit big facts. You got anything else?
Yeah, I mean, homeboy was spitting for real, because a lot of those people go and get a white chick and think that they made it or something. But, you know, I always just assume that celebrity relationships are fake. Like all of the shit be PR. And yeah, because she just looked like she's just trying to ride the wave of his clout. And I don't know, maybe he really thinks she feeling him. Apparently not.
He's a munch.
Yeah.
What you?
Yeah.
What you got, Hotep, man? Was he spitting? Was he spitting right there?
Oh, he was definitely spitting. See, you had me on edge at first. You said Mexican Hotep. I was like, it's going to be a whole lot of anti-black rhetoric coming our way. But no, he kept it a buck. They're Latinos do have a very masculine culture. So for him to, if you've seen Bad Bunny, he a real zesty character.
Very.
So I would assume the old heads of that culture are not rocking with him. It's got to be just the younger crowd who are with that, multicolored flag doctrine that they running around with nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, big facts. I seen like he kissing some dude on one of them American Music Awards or something. And I seen like the Latino community losing their mind or something. God.
Damn.
Yeah. Them people are very homophobic, and I don't see how he made it that far.
Mm-hmm.
He had a whole music video where he was dressed up as a woman. He had the titties and everything.
That's why him and another artist named, I think it's Anuel A, I think is how you pronounce his name. They fell out over his zesty antics. Anuel was like, hey, we don't do that. You doing that for the money. That's not who you really are. He really put him on blast.
Yeah, big facts. Yeah, they don't play that shit, bro. I've heard certain stories, yo, like motherfucking they trans and stuff dressing up and doing spreading certain diseases, and they don't play no games. You end up missing the next week. Like, so that community, I agree wholeheartedly. Like to be once again too, I don't understand the whole infatuation with the Kardashians, man. I truly don't understand what's going on with that. You know what I mean? But teach his
Oh, I
own.
can explain that to you. So you know how Taylor Swift is like she's like the poster child for America. She's the blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman she's the face of America basically.
Who?
The part Taylor Swift. She was for the longest time. She was the face of America, the blonde-haired, blue-eyed. You would always see her at concerts with the American flag behind her, praising the troops and stuff. That was her whole shindig. Kim Kardashian the Kardashian family is a product that they sell to the world. Them people are worth millions politically. They go to different countries and act like ambassadors half the time. Like, them people are worth a lot of money just off their image that was built by E Network. They own a whole TV network, that entertainment news network.
They for real?
Yeah, they own that. They own news networks. So it's like they're all, even if we never say their name again, they'll always be relevant because they have broadcast power.
Word. Big facts. But Oni, what you got on this subject, man? As far as is this the the Latino Umar? These facts in it?
Well, look, I'm gonna say I've definitely smelled some burritos because that dude was cooking. You know what I'm saying? like, he was cooking. I smelled it. Yeah, man. He's just going after the dude. He said you could get any Latino woman. You know what I'm saying? But y'all taking it sound like he don't even want a Latino woman. So I don't know. Like, you don't want a woman. Period. I don't know about this whole. I like how he said she was the daughter of Bruce Jenner. Like a whole dude, right? Or a whole dude, whatever. And I see how they pushing that family, but yeah, I don't know. So he wasn't just looking at her. I looked it up. He's in a relationship with her, but he there looking like a loser as she just walks away like you ain't shit, right?
Yeah. Hey baby, hey baby.
I see. I thought he was trying to holler and she was just like ignoring him. But okay, so they together and she ignoring him. Well, that makes sense, right? Right?
No, the relationship probably fake. I stand by the position that man gay, so I don't believe in a relationship regardless.
Yeah,
he just after the money, huh? I mean, he already rich though. That's what I'm saying. People,
yeah,
exactly. People like sometimes enough money is not enough money. See me, like shit. You give me a bag, and I'm like, okay, I got it. You know what I mean? Like, thank you very much. You know what I say? Bye. Other motherfuckers is like, yo, I want 10 bags. They're like, well, you gotta bend over for that other, those other 3 bags. And he's like, shit, I'm already down there. Like, nah, I ain't doing that. I'm gonna just get that 1 bag, and I don't gotta do nothing good. But yeah. So yeah, I like. I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. I would have tuned into that Umar. I would have tuned into Latino Umar. Is he building a school? Like.
Yeah, I'll definitely tune into his next episode.
Word, yeah, we're gonna have to find it. We gotta research that brother. But he dropping big facts, man. I will say this too. He hit on a big point. Is like, and I think Hotep also hit it on. It's like these people are born into this privileged life, right? They have this access to these different areas. You had Kim K sitting down with a sitting president, right? And these people want that access, man. And it's funny because you always hear like the dudes. Always hear the dudes talking about how they, oh man, I just want a woman, to cook clean. But then when you get the bread, now you trying to get these socialites. She probably can't boil water, bro. She's not nurturing your children. She's not doing any such. It's gonna be a nanny raising your kids. It's gonna be, her out and about doing her socialite thing because she has to stay relevant in the industry, right? So it's like, what are you doing here? So, Hotep might be right, man. He might just be, gay and trying to use her as his beard. But at the same time, shit, you never know with these damn Jenners and shit. They might be he, she's and she, he's and fucking who knows, right? It might be right his speed right there, right? So So you never know in that case, but you know, it kind of speaks that you can be so successful, self-made, right? He was bagging groceries, like the dude said, he was bagging groceries, yo, and you happen to have the talent. What talent do these Kardashians have, yo? There's literally no talent, yo.
Just say you didn't see the video, man.
Ah, man, yo, it's
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Is it not
I
a
saw
fact?
the video, and that wasn't enough for that girl to get famous. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm joking. I ain't really watching the video.
Very mid, very mid.
Yeah, but shit, Ray J should get royalties. Ray J, the Kardashians should have to pay Ray J 10% of their earnings until he dies, yo, because Ray J put them out.
Yeah.
I heard I ain't really follow the story too much with that Ray J stuff, but I heard the mother was pushing the video to get out, which is like the weirdest shit on the planet.
The mother's the pimp.
Yeah, Kris Jenner is pimping. That's why Kanye don't want his kids over there, and it's kind of his fault because what you get her pregnant for. But that's
4 times? Come on. Like, yeah, of course it's his fault. Like, what you talking about? It's kind of his fault. This dude,
And
like,
it's
you
not
knew
even
damn well Ray J was there. You getting sloppy seconds? Like, nah, I'm sorry, boss.
And it ain't like
Say that sloppy, you know.
just didn't pull out or something. Like, no, y'all went through surrogacy. Like, you really went through some steps to give that woman a child. Like,
He did surrogacy?
Yeah, none of those kids are hers. She can't have kids.
What?
What the fuck?
Yeah, no, I'm serious. Like, you can go on Google right now. None of them kids hers.
Oh,
Those
wow.
are all surrogate children.
I thought the first one was her.
Wait, but she was pregnant though. Was that fake? It was fake.
Just the first one, right?
And what was
What I
God?
think happened with the
What
first
kind of
one
question is that?
They took another woman's egg and put it in her stomach. But then after that, they just started using surrogate bodies. But yeah, none of those kids are her kids per se. That's why I said, like, she can't really hit Kanye with child support because she like they auntie. That's not even their mama for real.
Oh my God. That's wild.
And he could have did it the old-fashioned way, and they're still that speaks, yo. I'm telling you, yo, they must be like some fucking witches in real life, yo. I don't believe it.
That's what I heard.
Hold on a second. You try to tell me Kanye West couldn't get this woman pregnant, but pretty much demanded to get, like, what kind of shit is that? Like, you really did not have to get this woman. You did not have to have a child with this woman. And he went the extra steps to have a child with that woman. Nah, that's on Kanye. That ain't even like, because there's brothers who like accidental, you know? That makes a little sense.
It wasn't like oh man, we were drunk, we didn't have all protection. It was like, no, there was a vetting process. There were multiple women. Y'all looked.
He was like, you gonna be the mother of my child. Nah, that's some more. Nah, Kanye gonna get the L for that.
Yeah, and he had a black woman, his original woman, I believe. You know, when he was talking about Through the Wire, throwing up that dynasty sign, he had a chick, a regular woman, and he wanted to go out and impregnate after she's been tossed around the industry. You know what I'm saying? Passed around the industry like a blunt. It really don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying?
Kanye, if you listen to that song Gold Digger, he really says he talked to a psychic who told him he gonna have a girl with a butt, whatever, and then she gonna give him 4 kids, and then she gonna leave him for, like, he really says all of that. And it's like, you should have just paid that damn psychic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Kanye tripping, man. But yeah, I don't get it. But I will say, like I said, this man spitting facts. So we have to throw his. I'm gonna research him. We got to throw his link up there. But that's all I got on this subject. Y'all got anything in closing or anything else about that? The Latino Dr. Umar,
I don't think we touched on when he mentioned about like the whole white validation thing, because that is more than just the Latinos. Like, it's black people too. Like, all of us living in America, especially, not all of us, but we're bred to believe that we need the white validation. Even with, for example, like alternative medicine and stuff like that. Like, people are like, oh, if you don't got the white man's validation, you don't got the white lab coat, then your shit's not valid. Meanwhile, our ancestors been healing, you know what I'm saying, without the white people intervening since, you know what I'm saying, God knows when. But it's just like the white validation thing. I feel like we should discuss that real quick.
All right. You already hit on it. Go ahead. What you got, Hotep?
In Latino cultures, they have this doctrine where they try to breed into whiteness. Where like in 2 or 3 generations, they want their Mexican child to be a mestizo, I think is the word for it.
Argentina, baby. Argentina.
Basically, yeah. So that's real. And it's inherent in their culture for a lot of them. You'll hear them say, like, I've had Mexican women tell me, like, yo, you're really cool, but I have to marry a white man because we have to have white children. It's like, it's a bloodline thing for them. They're far more colonized than us. Like, I can't stress that enough.
Yeah. White validation. It's all over. It's everywhere. You know, it's
I go a step further. Say it's a worldwide phenomenon, bro. If you look worldwide,
Indians have it bad too. Yeah, so it is worldwide. Yeah.
Yeah, you deal with I've talked to like the blackest of women in Kenya, and they like, she kind of look for a white dude, but you're cool, you know. It's a worldwide thing, bro. Like for real. That you have lighter and brighter kids, yo. I think it's even more stigma if you're darker. You know what I mean? If you're the darker you are, the more you kind of want to lighten up the kids and stuff like that. So I think that's a big old fact, man. And that's just the way it is, man. You know, and it's crazy because you'll see a beautiful melanated person who like really literally hates their skin. You got skin bleaching. I think that what they had the article where they bleaching babies in the womb to that point to have a baby. In the womb. Like I've read a whole article about that, yo. They're literally trying to bleach themselves. You can see people who have the lighter face, but you always them hands and feet can always tell.
How you gonna bleach a baby in the womb though? That don't make that like babies are born light skinned, aren't they?
Yeah, they kind of are, yo. Yeah, that old wives' tale is like, yo, look at the ears. Look at the ears. You can tell how black they're gonna get.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's a stigma, man, and it's a big thing in terms of, you know, people's self-esteem, people's ego, people how they look at other people. It's like the lighter you are, you know, and we seeing that, and I don't know what it's gonna take to kind of change that stigma, but it definitely ain't gonna be chasing these damn Kardashians around. You know what I'm saying? Like like the brother said, he can get any Latina woman he wants in the world, but he's choosing to follow a Kardashian around like a puppy. She's half plastic anyway, and don't even look at that good with the half plastic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I truly don't get it, bro. You can go to any college town, get a young, nice tenderoni, and you run around chasing a Kardashian, bro. You got the bread. What are you chasing at that point? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're already rich, with a point where you are generationally rich, you're the top selling artist in the world. You know what I'm saying? In the world, not
in
just
the world.
In the world. And you still sitting here chasing a car for what, bro? For what? You know, I truly don't get it. That's like you said, that's a colonized mindset right there, yo. You got people right now in Puerto Rico that'll fight you head and toe and saying they should be an independent country, right? Oh no, hell no. You know, it's like, so I don't know what to say at this point, man. I don't know how we could change that. Maybe y'all have some ideas better on that, or what we can do personally, you know, to try to change the stigma. But I don't know, man.
Well, as like a half Latino person, like I'm half Dominican, my mom's side. So growing up, like you were always kind of seen as lesser than, like the darker that you were. Like Dominicans really have like a internalized, like kind of anti-black thing, even though we are pretty much black people that can speak Spanish. Like it's crazy though, because like how deep the colonized mind goes. Like maybe a few years ago, my grandma, we had to tell her like, you're black. And she has, you know, white Jesus on her altar and shit like that. And she really truly believed that Jesus was white. I mean, you know how we feel about Jesus and shit, but
it's all right.
Yeah. And like the darker people, like they used to call me negrita, which means like black. And it's just like, that's in all Hispanic cultures. So for a while, I didn't really like being like the darker black sheep, you know what I'm saying? Until I had to realize, I guess the truth about it, and like how we're all just subject to the colonization, you know, and it's just crazy because I do relate to it like on a personal level, because growing up, a lot of like my family didn't even really know that they were really black, like the Dominican side.
Like you wouldn't even know Haiti and the DR is on the same island. Like a lot of people don't even realize that to this point. That's how bad it's gotten, you know. So yeah,
the Dominicans, that's the way that guy was making fun of it.
I know black, I'm Dominican.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Godfrey went to my high school.
Godfrey, yeah, I know black.
I know black. I know Dominican. You know, but you know that's true though. You know, you get to the point. I think they had the backlash for what Cardi B, right? You know, she's talking about she's not, and it's funny because they go back and forth. They have no smoke for Ice Spice, right? But you know it's all good with Cardi B. Like they gotta have mention how Cardi B is not black. So to me, it's like you're playing this game when in reality, neither one of them is gonna get invited to, like, you know what I'm saying, the all white party, right? They're not gonna get, you know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just a weird space you're in when you're dealing with the whole race pseudoscience, right? Because it's a fucking pseudoscience. I've been telling people forever, it's like Johann Blumenbach did a number on you dudes' brains, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Johann's embarrassing. You know, this guy, he had all that shit. You know, he did all that stuff. And then I think he was somewhere in like Switzerland and he saw his sister and he was like, you know what? Forget all this shit. He was like,
he become an advocate now at the end of his life after he invented zoology.
Hey, after he did all that, but it's like, yo, like you could have just walked around Switzerland a little earlier. I'm sure she was there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what she was doing, looking bad in Switzerland, but you know how sisters be. You know, they always just looking bad wherever they gotta go. You know what I'm saying?
But it's true. It's pseudo fucking science, bro. We were arguing crayon color boxes, bro. But when you say that, you know, people look at you funny. It's like you don't. If you study the history of race and like I said, it's zoology, bro. Zoology is right up there with psychology as some pseudoscience bullshit. I know people who have degrees in psychology tell you Freud like that piece of shit. Yeah, you know what I mean? So we gotta research these things that we hold near and dear. That's why, you know, shout out to the Pan-Africans who say, like, yo, you African, right? Sometimes you gotta choose your fucking box, bro. And if you're fighting for the crayon color box, you're gonna be fucking confused, bro.
Well, that's what I want to say though. I did have this experience where like I was in, you know, like East Africa, right? And some nice looking sisters, but one of them like even there, like she was darker than most people around, and she was like, yeah, there's a little bit of colorism against her too, you know, and we're in East Africa, you know, so it's like, yeah, like colorism generally is like a pretty global thing. And I remember this too. One time I was in grad school or whatever, and I had like there was like a Chinese girl who was on the who like went on the train with me, you know, and so she was telling me, I think she was a college student, matter of fact, but she was like she liked blonde hair and shit, like she liked like white people stuff. And it's like, you know, a lot of people, like if you absorb in the media, like media is like a propaganda tool. And I don't know which of those, you know, those communist leaders was like, yo, if you got the TV, you got the people, right? But like, yeah, like the reason why we even know who this Kendall Jenner is because she, like brother was saying, you know, she got the TV, like she's on the TV, she got a TV station, you know, and a lot of people are in the TV world. But like the thing we got to remember is that these white folk own the TV and they still own the TV. Like when we was younger, we were like, black folk need to get their channels and all that shit, and we kind of just left it because we went on the internet and stuff. But like a lot of people are not on the internet like that. Or if they are, it don't matter. But these white folks still got the TV. They still got Netflix. They still got Hulu. They still got most everything. So their image, their sense of beauty, their beauty standard is premium. You know what I mean? Like Taylor Swift is premium. You know? And we don't recognize it because we old and we're not even following that kind of trend. But like a lot of young people, even today, like even in America, a lot of young people got some colorism to them. Like it's surprising for us because we got the internet and we like, oh, I thought all these bad sisters ain't no way, right? But like they're not seeing that. They watching TV or they watching TikTok, you know. And not saying there's not no bad sisters on TikTok because we know there is, you know, that jiggly sister, right? but like even so, like what I'm saying is that, you know, a lot of folk ain't being exposed, and you know it is what it is, you know. But like I mean, it's not is what it is, but like it sucks. But this because this white boy got the media like that, like we in trouble.
Yeah, facts. All right, that's all I got. Y'all ready to move on to the next one? All right. So this last subject next to last, Rick Ross versus DJ Envy. Do we have manufactured beef to sell these car show tickets? And also, is Rick Ross got to be one of the funniest dudes in hip hop? So let's play this video we got here.
And that's right. Oh God, Ross. Oh God. You Airbnb your home.
You gotta stop.
The house that you sleep in.
And be stopped.
Eddie Murphy slept in your bed.
What is this?
They shot Coming to America and Eddie Murphy man milked your bed.
Whoa, so you saying Eddie Murphy didn't just come to America? He came in America on Rick Ross's bed. You need to stop this.
The cast of Boomerang, they shot at your crib. They slept in your bed.
What's wrong with that, though? He rented his house to them.
Who rents their house? Let me ask you a question.
Could you don't ask me nothing? Don't ask me anything in this segment.
You think Jay-Z would rent the crib out that he sleeps at? You know, he just talked about the 1%.
Beige boy, you ain't got a lot of your fans. I've never Airbnb the promised land. I've never even stayed in an Airbnb, beige boy. Stop lying to your fans. Come on, man. Show us how your family living, beige boy. Come on, man. We just having a good time, beige boy. Don't take it personal, beige boy. Please. I told you you wasn't on my level, and I don't want to humiliate you. But you ain't on this level. You got sponsors and all that shit doing that shit for you, boy. You got to clock out at 4 o'clock. You renting them places. Young Dolph, I love you. But Memphis ain't going to let you get away with that now. They ain't going to let you get away with that, beige boy. Can't nobody protect you from me, beige boy. Them boys ain't got it. Where your man cars at? What a donkey cars? He got cars? One time for my New York BBS boys on them low riders that's coming out too. Woo! Back to the one of ones. This is the Trans Am truck. It's only one of these. And guess what? We finna get ready and wash it with slippery soap. Beige boy, do you got your own soap? Your own ceramic glaze? Do you got your Bouse Glouse ceramic boy? Oh, it's all about the $15 entrance fee that you're begging for from the community, huh? Nah, mine about entrepreneurs coming together. Big bosses, heavyweight, one of ones. I'm teaching young entrepreneurs to get your value. You ain't got to take just $15. The white man who promoting it telling you what to do. Understand your value and follow your dreams. Follow your dreams. One-on-one. Charlemagne the God, I love you, boy. Y'all better tune in to Charlemagne the God show. It's not the Breakfast Club. It's the Charlemagne the God show.
Yo. Beige boy. That was fucking hilarious. So we seen the beef we have, or the so-called beef about the car show. We saw the 2 videos. I'm gonna throw to my resident hip-hop connoisseurs. Hotep, what you got? You think this is manufactured beef, or you think this is actually legit? And is Rick Ross the funniest mother sucker ever in hip-hop? Yeah.
Oh, the beef is absolutely fake. This is my first time hearing about a car show. That whole thing was funny. This is a skit. They just pushing traffic toward this car show, whatever they promoting. Rick Ross is hilarious. I wouldn't say he the funniest dude. I would say 50 Cent might be the funniest dude in hip hop. It's either 50 or who else? Who else could be that funny?
Fly's pretty funny, bro.
Fly's funny, but he fell off. He ain't been funny. He ain't really done nothing funny in a while.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, Rick Ross in the top 5, bro. I would say he's got to be in the top 5. Hilarious. I think you got to put Biz Markie maybe up there. It's a couple people, I think, but Rick Ross, man, he embraces his like fake CB4 role where you can't even like clown him on being like a fake. He took somebody else's name, he took somebody else's story, and he still managed to be successful in hip hop. Yo, that's how like longevity his comedy is. Star, what you think, yo? Is this a manufactured beef? And you know, is this dude funniest? Well, how he ranks in your top 5?
Yeah, Rick Ross is pretty funny. Can't lie. Definitely top 5, one of the funniest. But yeah, this beef, quote unquote beef, does seem kind of manufactured. Very random. Because like Hotep said, this is my first time hearing about a car show. Like, whose car show is it?
Yeah, I believe it's Envy's car show, but he's doing it in collaboration. He has a longer video where he speaks about he's doing it in collaboration in Memphis along with Paper Route Empire. Young Dolph.
Oh, so that's why he mentioned Dolph. Okay.
So he's doing the collaboration with them, and I think some of the proceeds is going to different families. I think your Dolph family or something like that. So that's why he mentioned it. That's why to me it's definitely probably manufactured. And I agree with both of y'all. We talked to the Oni, who doesn't really follow hip hop like that, but did you enjoy the video at least?
I would say that house looked nice. I don't know. I guess I really wasn't. That house looked really good. I wish I had a house like that.
Yeah, that's Evander Holyfield old's house. Yeah.
Oh, it's Evander Holyfield's house. Okay. Yeah. So you're saying that these guys just started beefing just randomly just to promote? Wait, so it's not even Rick Ross's car show?
No, it's not Rick Ross car show. I think he's gonna have some vehicles in the car show, or he may be doing his own thing. I don't know if people realize that people in the South, they do car shows and races and shit on the regular.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, so I'm not for sure, but I think he is putting some cars in the car show, or either throwing his own car show. But I think they're collaborating. You know what I'm saying? But that's just
Rick Ross is having cars in DJ Envy's show, and he's doing this. Yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? I bought into it, but okay. What was with what was with that's his brand of wine or something? Or champagne?
Yep.
That was his brand?
Yeah, Bel Air. What was it? Is that a Bel Air?
Yeah.
Like he could like we ain't know already. He would have to show it off on his shoulder. I mean, okay.
A real entrepreneur always gonna have that product placement. You feel me?
Yeah, well, that's bad product. That's on his shoulder. Like, what do you could have just drank it first and then walked away. It tastes good or some shit. You just had it on his shoulder.
Yeah, he was being a little weird with it, but
yeah, he gonna promote it. That's another reason why it looks like might have been manufactured. He's gonna have his product plate. He just so happens to have all of his vehicles. You know for a fact that if you got some antique vehicles, you got some priceless vehicles, you got some one-of-ones like he was speaking about. You're gonna have them covered up. You're gonna have them in your garage. He just so happen to have all of his vehicles, in the yard at the time while he's walking with his product. So that whole thing was product placement. But honestly, that kind of speaks to the culture we're in now, where people feel as though they got to manufacture beef, like little old ladies on the corner fight. It reminds me like back in the day when you had like your grandma don't like that lady down the other grandma down the street. You know what I mean? Like we have this manufactured beef where people feel as though they have to create drama in order to sell tickets, in order to sell anything. But I think people are getting hip to it, yo. I will give people their credit. I think people are getting hip to it. But of course, grifters gonna grift, yo. Anybody who's in these spaces where you gotta sell content, you gotta sell views. Of course, you're gonna speak on and speak in the negative content. But what gets the most views, what gets the most clicks is promoting beef. Yeah.
Let me ask you this though: did Eddie Murphy really sleep in his bed?
I don't know. They did shoot that Coming to America 2 at Rick Ross's mansion, so he might have slept in his bed. Who knows? I don't know. I'm sure they didn't fucking fly in a new bed for Eddie Murphy to sleep in. So, and it's funny because he did flip the script on that. Like, I've never stayed in an Airbnb. Nah, he ain't talking about you. He talking about your crib.
That house in the back was from Coming to America.
Yeah, that's the house. That's Rick Ross' house. Like I said, he bought Evander Holyfield's old mansion. One of my fucking aunties is married to. I think she lived in that mansion. She was married to that cat. But yeah, he got this old mansion in Georgia. 50 was beefing with. Actually, that's one of the things when 50 was beefing with Rick Ross. He mentioned that you're staying in like Evander Holyfield's old house and shit. So you know what I mean, that's been a known thing. But I mean, it's a fucking mansion sitting on like 50-60 acres. I think he might be up to like 100 acres right now. Yo, this dude got cows and bulls and chickens and all types of shit out there, right?
What was that about your aunt being with Evander Holyfield? What was that?
Yeah, one of my aunts was, man, I got a bougie side of my family, man. They got like, I don't really fuck with them, but they got, married to celebrities, and one of them was fucking married to some fucking one of them island nations. Fucking, I don't go into all that. You know what I mean? Yeah,
okay, all right. Okay,
the bougie side of my family. I don't even.
Don't be flashing the bullets. Don't be flashing the guns now, man.
I don't got nothing. They don't even fuck with me. I'm the black sheep. I got my mama last name, dog. But that's a whole different story. But yeah, I've heard about the mansion, and all of that other shit. So, I mean, it's nice. You got a mansion is a mansion, bro. It's like clowning somebody but have an old Bugatti, right? It's like still a fucking Bugatti, bro. So so as long as you can do what you do, you know what I mean, and customize it to your extent or whatever. But I will say that I'll toss it to y'all. Do you think that doing this, right, manufacturing beef, manufacturing that, is it like a detriment to us? Is it a detriment to the community? Or, is it just a promotion type of deal? You know what I'm saying? Do y'all think it's beneficial to promote that type of content, or do a lot of our people take it to heart?
Yeah.
I mean, it's very beneficial. Like the WWE does that, promotes manufactured beef to drive traffic to their shows. I mean, that's a D1 trafficking tool right there. To try, or not trafficking, like what's it called? Promotion and like media tool. To say these two people don't like each other, you should come see them fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that even the quote unquote conscious, Pan Africanists, I see them all the time, like just fighting each other, and I think a lot of black folk like drama, like entertainment. I think, and it's not just black folk, obviously, because we mentioned WWE, but everybody likes that drama. Everybody likes that thing. Matter of fact, that's how that guy Trump got presidency. Like real talk. He said that one guy, like how he won against the other Republicans. He said one of them was like son of JFK's assassin or something. Like people like comedy, they like drama, they like name calling. I don't know what it is, yeah, I don't know what it is, but it is what it is. That's one thing AI can't replace, right? And call back, right?
Drama, yeah. I don't know. AI might can do it. But yeah, I will say that I think personally that we got to get away from that, yo. You really never see that. You really never see that with any other demographic outside of hip hop, and I think that's always been detrimental. That's one of the things why Atlanta kind of took over the hip hop scene, is because they had this unity thing going on where they wasn't beefing with each other. Whereas New York, they had this shit where they always beefing with each other. You had Nas versus fucking Jay-Z and all these 50 versus everybody. Like somebody was mentioning, 50 is the funniest motherfucker, but. It's good to have competition, but it's bad to have when it gets personal. You talking about people's kids, you talking about people's, work, talk about how they are as a man and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? Where that's not beneficial, dog. If you got like lyrical battles, we battle each other, who's the better MC, who's the better this and that, that's one thing. But when it comes personal, and then I think a lot of our youth take this as a blueprint. You feel me? Where they feel like they gotta have beef, but the thing is, they don't have these millions of dollars. They not millions of miles away. These people go to the same school, they in the same neighborhood, they in the same block, and they actually get to doing bullshit behind it. So I don't think it's a good look for these older cats too. Rick Ross probably like 40 years old, bro. You gotta be at least 40. Envy old as shit. You remember the old them mixtapes back in the day, yo? I remember when I was so it's like, yo, y'all veterans in the game. Y'all should be handling business in a better way. I know y'all got each other phone number and all that other shit. I understand it may be manufactured, but I just don't think it's a good look, yo. It's not a good look to me.
Yeah, and what's crazy? Like Hotep brought up the whole WWE thing. They use it as a marketing tactic, but most of us know that WWE is fake, and a lot of people, like, they don't really have the discernment that we have, so they take all this shit as if it's real. I know a lot of people that believe everything that they see on the TV. You know what I'm saying? So they're taking that not with the grain of salt. They're taking it at face value, and they're believing that this shit is real. Like, I wonder how many people really think this beef is real. And yeah, but it really is mostly our community that we thrive off negativity, and that's why we're not really getting anywhere. We're not getting where we want to be because we can't unify for longer than 5 minutes. And it's crazy though, because our community, we usually bond over trauma and negative stuff. You
going deep. You going deep on this Sunday.
That's all I know how to be.
You never see Kenny Chesney beefing with Darius Rucker or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, you don't see fucking no other genre, no other community. You see like manufacturing beef to get ahead, yo.
Mm-hmm.
I can't recall that. You know, if y'all seen that, y'all want to correct me, feel free. But I've never seen that with any other community outside of the hip hop community where they have to feel as though they have to manufacture drama, yo. Ever since Biggie and Tupac, and you see how the fuck that ended, right?
Exactly.
You never see that, yo. And I don't understand it. I truly don't understand. I understand it to a certain extent, but it's like, yo, when are we gonna end that? You're like,
nah, you're right though, because like Adele, you don't see her beefing with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Taylor Swift ain't beefing with nobody. But like I think NSYNC, I remember back in the day it was NSYNC and Backstreet Boys or something like that, and they never beefed with each other. They was like really on the same damn market, and they never even said nothing about each other, as far as I know.
They had the same manager. Yeah,
They're the same manager. Damn. Okay. But like, you know, like my thing is that like, yeah, real talk ain't never. But like with us, and the problem with us too is that like, you know, with the WWE, it's like, okay, you know, they're not really like they not really hurt each other, they're not really whatever. But with us, it's like we really go and throw hands, you know. Because I actually see some people sometimes like at one point, you know, sometimes people might want to, you know, beef with me or some shit, you know. And like, yeah, I mean, like real talk, you know, I mean, I ain't really against throwing hands. I ain't gonna hold you, but like, but like at the same time, it's like, yeah, like nobody else is doing that, you know. It's like, you know, everybody else kind of does, you know, kind of just stays in their lane, you know. But we kind of just, you know, like we just messing up sometimes, and we don't recognize it. And I did want to say this before when we were talking about Jay Morant, but like one thing about our music too, I hear that it possibly could have some vibrations that give you some more malicious thoughts and type shit, you know. So like that's already like on top of it another L, you know, just for us, you know. I don't know about this DJ Envy thing. Seems like it's more comedy, you know. Seems like it's more like a weird commercial, you know. But like generally, like if we talking about on a real, like, yeah, we like to beef, and unfortunately, like it could have some, you know, fatalistic consequences. You know what I mean? So that's like the bad part, because, you know, we already talked about Biggie voice being used, but Biggie was like killed, like, you know what I'm saying, like a long time ago now, you know.
Yeah, big facts, bro. Big facts. That's why we gotta be cognizant, bro, because it actually leads to street shit. Like hip hop is still greatly influenced by street dudes, man. You still see Jay Prince old ass running around talking crazy, right? So we got to keep that in mind. A lot of the early hip hop artists were actually sponsored by street dudes. You know what I mean? They paid for studio sessions and paid for all this other shit, and that still continues to this day as far as their management and all the other shit. People don't keep. Who was it? Actually, one of the dudes involved in Tupac. What was it? Haitian Jack was fucking the games manager for a while. You know what I'm saying? This dude was known to be an FBI informant, known to be a hitman.
Oh God.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I just
looked
it up. Biggie died at 24. 24.
Yeah, Tupac died at 25. These dudes
25. Babies, man, babies. Like we just talked about Jay Morant was 23, and we like, damn, you're a little baby. These guys, you know, the legends, 24, 25. Like that's not good. You know what I mean? It's just not good. And it's not like a real person to role model your life off of. Like if you know somebody dies at 24, and that's the trouble though. It's like a lot of people 17, 14 looking up to these people, you know? And it's like, yeah, okay, you 14, 17, you're looking up to some 24-year-old, like, oh, they did something, but it's like, yeah, but there's so much life after 24. You know what I mean?
The majority of life. Yep. Majority of life, yo. I don't even talk to half people I was in high school with at this point in life. You know what I'm saying? Like it's you have a lot of growing to do between the ages. You will go through several different phases. Your mind will mature to a certain extent when you go from 20 to 25, 25 to 30. You'll have a different philosophy. Even now, if you go back to 5 years, if you go back to when I started this podcast in 2019, my philosophy has changed to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm living more life. These people never had a chance to hit 30, bro. You're 30. You feel me? Yeah. And these are legends in the game. So imagine what they did between the ages of 18 and 25. You feel me? That's why it's like we have to be cognizant that it's a lot of fucking growth that happens in these years, yo. We always think the end all and be all is us. It's our generation is the end all be all. In reality, you know, you need to be thinking like a generation ahead, to be honest with you. You know, you need to be training your children to what's to come and stuff like that. And these people didn't even get a chance to do that to a certain extent. I think Biggie had, what, 2 kids? I don't think Tupac had no kids. You feel me? Legacy ended with them.
It's
So
crazy though how much that Biggie and Tupac glorified death though. It's almost like they prophesized their own death.
They knew they was dying, bro.
Born to die, life
after death. Yeah.
Come on, man. But now we're waking up to the power of the vibrations of music and how it does influence us, which I'm glad, because people are starting to get old or get tired of the old shit. You know what I'm saying? Like talking about killing niggas, like that in that John Morant video. They listening to music, fuck a nigga, beats, bust a nigga head, like shit like that.
Yeah, that's why
that shit make you want to act like that.
Yeah, we don't realize the power of vibrations and frequencies and shit like that. I think we hit on that in our podcast. We did the interview I did with you. The frequencies, yo. We gotta study that type of shit. That shit is real talk. That's not no fake pseudoscience shit. Frequencies affect people. That's why you had drummers. If you go back to wars, like the American Revolutionary War, they had a drummer out there, right? They had a dude beating a drum. If you go back to Shaka Zulu now, you know what I'm saying? They had somebody out there beating a drum. Vibrations is serious, right? It's serious.
Yeah, flutes, trumpets, all that stuff. Horns, yeah, absolutely.
And if we don't recognize the power of music, we always downplay music. Music is powerful, yo. You remember songs from when you first hear them. You remember your emotions you felt. You remember the song you played when you broke up with your high school sweetheart and things like that, right? So music is a powerful thing, and we don't.
I'll take it a step further. If you take 5 black people and like put somebody and like have them circle around somebody and chant A, that person will that person can climb a mountain when they leave that circle.
Word.
Like that's real life.
Word. Dave Chappelle had a skit about that. Don't you remember? He had like the dude playing the drums and the guy playing the guitar, and it was like dude playing the drums in the barbershop and stuff like that. So it's big facts, and we know about this, but we don't study it. We don't take it to heart, yo. That's why I be very aware when I play certain songs about around my kids, which sucks. You know, it's like because I want to throw my 3 6 Mafia on or some shit sometimes. Like, I can't do it today. But yeah, we gotta be aware of that, yo. It greatly affects your attitude. It affects how you see yourself. It affects how you go about things, yo. You know, that's why they push the drug and the music combination, yo. Because now you out of your mind, right? You zooted and booted, and now you listening to this death music, right? You listen to this genocide music, yo.
I ain't gonna hold you. Like I listened to that Bobby Shmurda song, and I was like, shit, I want to kill somebody. like I don't know. It was just like I was like, nope, not listening to that no more. But like, yeah, like that music got some stuff in it, and I'm like, I would think I was resistant, but you ain't resistant. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't even put it on. Like real talk, nah.
And also too, as a female, as a woman, I can speak on this without being misogynistic, but I mean I am a little bit, but as far as like the music, y'all know what's going on right now. The whole take your nigga, get his money, him trick on me and all this stuff. And I've noticed the evolution since like more and more like female rappers have been coming up, but like the IG model type of female rappers, I've noticed the shift in women in the culture of us, like wanting a man to pay your bills and trick on you and do all this stuff and like give nothing in return, and just a lot of detrimental stuff, being quote unquote sexually liberated, you know what I'm saying, aka thought culture. That's a testament of the power of music, because you got these chicks looking up to these female rappers who most of them ain't even living their raps, they just saying it because it sound good, but behind closed doors, you know what I'm saying, simping over niggas and like doing all kind of shit.
Yeah, Cardi B cooks and cleans, we know.
Yeah.
JT boyfriend bisexual, he be wearing thongs and stuff on stage. Like, come on.
So music definitely shapes the culture, especially like Black culture. And I feel like we need to be more, of course it sounds good in theory, but I feel like we need to be more like hold these people more accountable and like stop just, I feel like we need to gatekeep more and just stop letting just anybody fucking get into the game just because they want to. Because a lot of people just doing this shit for money or for looks and not because they're passionate about it. Like music used to unify people. Now it's just like a fucking pissing contest. Like, oh, I got more money than you. I'm flexing harder than you. And you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I don't listen to a lot of newer music because it's just where the soul at.
I don't think we hold the keys to the gate no more.
Who holds them? White people?
Yeah.
I mean, I can see that because they're the ones
they own. I mean, everybody's selling their rights, their names, and their likeness to these people in Hollywood for these record deals. So we may be the face of the music, but we're not. We don't have the. Yeah, we don't say who can and can't come in here. It's whoever making them people the most money, and niggas dying is making them people the most money.
My thing is that Gorilla Girl. You know, I thought you were gonna talk about Gorilla because shit, the music she coming out with.
She might be a homegrown artist though.
She might. Shit. They need to stone that home. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, she's probably homegrown, but now she got the machine behind her. So
yeah,
I think she was. Who's the one who's talking about eating men or some shit?
That's Suki Hannah. That girl.
Okay, I'm talking about Suki. My fault. I meant Suki.
Hey, eating men.
Yeah, eating niggas' ass.
Oh,
that's gay.
Yeah, Suki was already crying, talking about she sold her soul.
Exactly. Suki's already talking about she sold her soul type shit. But that's what I'm saying. Like Suki,
I believe her.
Yeah, Suki's a motherfucking ugh. You know, like nah. Because even on like I don't really mess with TikTok, but I think I had to go on TikTok for some reason, and they was playing that song, and even the kids was just like, wasn't this? Like, what is she saying? You know, like even they stopped dancing and started listening. Like, what the fuck is she talking about? She was just going too extreme, and it's like that's the thing. I think she's the one who was dancing on that child too, right?
No, that was
Suki Hana. No, who was dancing on the kid?
At the school?
No. Some rapper was.
No. You're right. She sure was.
Yeah, it's like Suki a problem. Real talk. So it's just like if we talking about closing out on music, like Suki's nah. Like not even drunk, you said?
Yeah, man. It's sad though because it's just like, what can we do about that? Because like, do we just continue to let the shit like go down the drain? Or
we need to call Mexican Umar apparently. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we got to make our own shit. That's kind of why I was in favor of like everybody here making their own platform. I'm in favor of people starting podcasts, people doing music, we promoting each other and shit like that. It may not make it to that machine level or whatever, but if you can influence one or two people, man, you already did more than a lot of people. That's why I'm like, yo, do something, yo. Like we know the problem, right? We know the problem. We talented people here. I know a lot of all y'all talented. That's why I reached out to all of y'all. You feel me? So we just kind of got to start doing our own fucking thing. Who rock with us. Who don't. But at the same time, at least we're doing something to change the culture, yo. And if you one kid listen to what you saying, Star, you know what I'm saying? One person listens to what you saying, Hotep, or one person buys your book or hops on your app, Oni, that's a big thing, bro. That is a big motherfucking thing, and we got to recognize that, yo. It may not make it to that level where we seeing people all on TV and all the other shit, but it don't matter, yo. You will get fans. You will get people that appreciate your talent and recognize real art, and we got to start moving like that, yo. The other shit be damned, yo.
Yeah,
you know?
That's a great perspective, and I like that outlook on it.
Yeah, definitely. So when I reach out to you to start a platform and then start a network and all that shit, don't talk, just go, just rock with me. All right, so that's all I got on that joint. Y'all got anything else on that? The last topic we got. We already move on.
Yeah, we can move on. This one's wow.
All right, we got the heightening. All right, so let me run this back for you guys.
Oh shit.
I don't even know I want to watch that. I might close my eyes.
I was 5'5", so I gained about 3 inches in 2016, and right now I'm at 5'8", and I decided that I was ready for the second time, so that's why we're doing the fibula. 1 week out from surgery, feels pretty good. I can do some walk with the walker, and then I'm doing some PTs, and I'm gonna start lengthening today when I get the device, and I'm looking forward to that. Dr. M is really nice. He does take care of you. He's available all the time to speak with you if you have concerns. So that's the main reason why I came back to him for a second time.
Okay, do you mind pulling up your shorts a little so I can see your thighs?
Oh,
amazing, yes. Okay. Now straighten out the leg, this one. Straighten it out if you can. Perfect. Good, now bend it. Amazing.
I was 5'5".
Wow. They go
Nah. Read the caption.
Wow. I was 5'5", so I gained about 3 inches in 2016.
No, I'm talking about the description that the person wrote on Twitter, how much he paid for this. Shit.
Oh God, I'm scared.
Yeah, he paid a bag for this.
That is crazy. So let's lower this. $173,000 on height enhancement surgery to increase his chances with women.
Stupid.
Talk about some simp shit. But anyway,
That nigga did all that for 3 inches.
you went from 5'5".
Wrong place. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So you went from 5'5" to what, 5'8"? You still short, dog.
Bro, you
What the fuck?
You paid 160 racks to be my height now.
Yo,
and he still got no bitches.
He still got. Why you not got no bitch? Look at it, yo. Oh man. and you upload this video.
173,000 to a bitch. You got whoever you wanted.
Right?
173,000. You could have got Eddie.
Yep.
You could have had a personality for free and got the winners. Me 5'8" ain't never had me outside the club kicking rocks or nothing like that. Like,
oh, he could have had
that hating short nigga stuff is an internet joke. It's not real life.
It's not.
He fell for the internet. That's what happened here. That's really sad.
I know plenty of height challenged men that still pull women.
Yep. Be funny, get money, dog. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
So throw that to you. Oni, as the resident manosphere type of dude here, how do you feel about this whole situation, Oni?
Nah, but you could tell the dude was a dork, and that's the trouble. That's the trouble. Like, I think that's the problem that a lot of men have, is that they just don't understand that it's really you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not going to say that the women ain't difficult, sometimes, Like, I'm not saying you don't have to bring your A game, but that's the trouble. It's like you coming with the C game and you thinking, well, it's because I'm 5'5". Dude, you got $173,000 in the bank. Like, so, you talking about this white man is so nice because he pull the phone call every time. If you're giving me $173,000, I'm putting the phone call every damn time too. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, you really got duped into becoming 5'8". Like, come on. I know this is bad because I know Brother Hotep said he was 5'8", but like, for real, man. Like,
that's the thing. Like, you got duped into still being a normal nigga's height. What was the point?
What was the point? And it's like, you got more money than most people. Like, more money than most people. You in the I don't know what percent, because this is America, so I don't know. But like, if you got $173,000 in the bank, I don't know what you working at. I don't know what job you got, but you good, right? You could did all this have to be 5'8". You could just get any like not that you could get any woman, but if you had a good, decent personality, right? Like, you could have led with that. You could have got a woman with no money, like without leading with the money. But when you got the money, she would have been like, damn, I hit the jackpot. Even if he ain't like the self-hate, the lack of the lack of focus, the lack of, and then you could just hear him, and it's just like, yeah, no, obviously you're not gonna get women that way, and just thinking that you're gonna get women by throwing away your money, to become 5'8", like come on,
Just
like
think
that's
about it.
like that's a loser. Like you're not gonna get women now. You just down in the bank. Like that's just stupid.
Yeah.
And
You know, like I could
today,
understand if you got taller to dunk or something. That would make a little more sense. I mean, it's not. I wouldn't spend $175,000-$3,000 to dunk, but that would make a little more sense. But you trying to spend that much money to get a woman? Ain't no woman in her mind gonna say. I mean, except for the fact that you had $173,000, ain't no woman gonna go to you and say that's the kind of man I want to be with because you obviously a dumbass. Like you obviously a dumbass. You know?
Mm-hmm. Shit, 173K could have just bought a chick. A lot of them for
That's
Bro, he
what
could
I'm
have got a
saying.
nice car. He could have got a nice
107
ass car.
What's wrong with you? That
he got
like
loser vibes.
you was a dweeb in these streets, and that's what happened. Your
He-
height wasn't a problem. Like 173,000 divided by 40 in this dating climate, you really went about this thing the wrong way.
Question is this the male BBL, bro? Is this the male version of getting a BBL? You think?
I gotta say no, because at least in BBLs make half sense. Like at least they have like ass now.
Well, he's 5'8"
I'm
now.
not saying I co-sign BBLs, but it's like, all right, cool. They got the surgery and they came out a whole different bitch. But now this dude is still the same dweeb, but now he got knee problems.
He's just 3 inches taller.
Yeah, I mean, like, because that's what I'm saying. Like, you go to a spot and you see the dude who's like 6'7". That's who the women are like when they like, I want a tall dude. That's who they looking at when you as a man, a regular height man, gotta look up at some dude and he's like, you know, head above everybody else. That's what you're supposed to be like. That's that's the BBL. The BBL is like, oh damn, she got like her ass going back to, you know, back to the motherland or some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's a BBL. This guy he's just gonna blend in. He's probably not gonna be the shortest guy in the room. Probably not gonna be Kevin Hart, but like that's about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you know, his wife with everybody, so him being short wasn't the problem.
Yeah, he ain't got no game.
It's something about him.
Yeah, you could tell him talking. Like you knew from him like it's doing these more. This doctor is like, come on. Like we knew you wasn't gonna get no chicks, and you still the same person, so you still not gonna get no chicks. Like women were not saying, oh, you too short, because like maybe a handful of women think that, but like those women who think that you too short would have loved the 173K. like they would have loved your money. Like, I'm sorry. And like, yeah, no, I'm sorry. That was stupid. Like that was just dumb.
Women not biting their lip. Like, damn, you 5'8" now? You want to go to dinner or something?
Ooh, girl, he 5'8". Yeah, that make, and like you said, yo, it's more about the confidence. It's more about how you carry yourself, how you present yourself, the confidence that you exert, right? The protection that you like. It doesn't matter, yo. I got a homie right now, probably like 5'6", man. This dude is like a bodybuilder in part-time, and he's confident and does his thing. I've seen him knock out about 5 dudes outside the club. He gets women, right? 5'6", all of 5'6". So it doesn't matter if you how tall you are. If you're a lame, you're a lame, yo. Even when it comes to like money, you know, you can have all the money in the world. If you was a lame, you was a lame. If you're antisocial, you're antisocial. If you haven't developed them skills, you haven't developed them skills. So you may get a woman to deal with you temporarily, right? But in the reality, they're just gonna be after your possessions. They're after what you present. They're after what you have. They're not really after you as a man. So it really don't make no sense. You should stay the height you were. And honestly, if you pulled a girl being the dweeb that you fucking are and being 5 foot, whatever the fuck, 5'5", like, you know that woman fucking likes you, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know she's there for you. And now, you know, you, like I said, you're 5'8" now. I guess maybe women that are 5'6" will look at you now, okay? But they still gonna be questioning shit when they kids 5'3" or 5'5", some shit like, why the kids short? So honestly, he didn't do himself no favors, yo. But you know, that's the reality of the era we're living in right now, where people are on the internet too fucking much, where they don't even go outside. I hear so many takes where I can like pinpoint that people don't go outside. Like when we hit that first take with the Ron DeSantis Florida shit, it's like, bro, I just was in Tally kicking it yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I seen people talking about the races that's going on in Valdosta, people kicking it. I seen people by the poolside. Nobody is sitting around like, oh my God, Ron DeSantis is outlawed fucking teaching our kids the 1619 project. So what the fuck are we gonna do? It's like people kicking it, bro. Like people are not concerned with this. Is not a daily thing. So it's to me, this dude is a victim of the internet. I think Hotep hit it perfectly, yo. You're a victim of the internet where you think you need to be this certain height. Maybe you can put it on your dating profile on fucking International Cupid or some shit, whatever the fuck you own, right? So that
5'8" now.
International.
Yeah, so now you're 5'9" instead of 5'6" on your fucking profile. You know what I'm saying? In reality, you could just went to the club and told some jokes, flashed your fucking car, and probably got a woman. So you know what I'm saying? Like we seeing a lot of people are very very disillusioned by this internet shit, man. I don't know if that's gonna be a permanent trend. I don't know if that's where we headed to, but go the fuck outside, brother. Go the fuck out. Go to some barbecues. Go to some cookouts. Kick it with some people, man. And you will see that what is presented on the internet is not the actual reality, man. Go to fuck, get some sun on you, brother. You'll be all right, man. Y'all got anything else?
I think that needs to be a topic for another episode about the internet and shit like that, because we could really go deep on that shit.
Oh yeah, we can talk for an hour on this. The internet fucking people up, Jack.
Yeah.
Internet fucking people up.
He a whole dumbass. That's all I'm gonna say. He just a dumbass. Because it's like you could have done anything. You got you know how much money that is?
Right.
That's enough money to because you could have went to another country. Because here's the thing too. Like I'm only I'm gonna say 6 feet, right? But I'm only 6 feet, right? And my thing is this: I was in Tanzania. Apparently, the average height there is 5'8" or some shit. I had to crouch on the bus. You know what I mean? Like you standing up in the bus and you had to crouch down. Like you would have had if you were in that country with a bag, right? Like you would have been like you're good because everybody else are already short. So it's like you were good. You just had to just leave your situation, but you had to stick around and then hand your money over to some white boy who's like, yeah, man, you're gonna get more bitches this way. Don't worry. And it's like you ain't getting no damn bitches now. Like you're a fucking loser, man. I ain't gonna hold you, man. Like this is the dumbest thing. Like this guy's a dumbass, like a real dumbass. Because how hard you had to work to get that kind of money, and you just handed it over to be 5'8".
You're probably gonna have all types of issues. Now you have medical issues because they literally stretching you out. Like anybody knows that the taller you are, the worse it is when you try to do any cardio exercise. You try to run or anything like that. I'm probably roughly the same height you is. I'm about 6 foot, right? So it's like. Running like those little 5'5" motherfuckers, like you know what I mean? So you can see like the work how you done lifting yourself, right? Where your body isn't even equipped to handle that extra 3 inches, and it's not like you're fucking cut up, right? It's not like you're in the cut up shape, right? So now you putting extra weight on top of these fucking manufactured ass bones, and you're gonna be fucked up, dog.
And here's where it's dumb. Why he record the video? Because it's like, what woman is gonna look at you now? Like you done sabotage yourself because it's like they know you's a short person.
Yeah.
They know you a dork. They know you financially irresponsible. They know you don't got good money management skills. Like they know you a dumb. Like the only thing women gonna do now is use you for your money. Not that they wouldn't have done that before, but you have less money now. So it's just like you have like you just stupid. And then you just listen to the guy. You know he's boring. You know he's uninteresting, and he don't know that's his problem. He don't know. Hey, maybe I just got to be a little more cool. Maybe I just got to be a little more funny. Maybe I got to have a little more personality. Maybe I can't blame my problems with women on my height because that's not a real thing. Stupid, man.
Very
I don't think we pay enough attention to social skills, Joe. I don't think that's like something that we consider or something that's even taught or something that's even considered when you're raising your children, right? That
facts.
You need to take your kids out and get social skills. You need to put them in different programs. You need to go to places and learn how to talk to people. Read books on how to properly socialize with people. Societal norms of where you're living. Like we just kind of put that to the side, you know. And oh, they're quirky. Oh, my kid is quiet. Oh, your kid needs to learn how to socialize, yo. I guarantee you. I tell you right now. I done did this for people. I done made phone calls and got people jobs when they got fired a week afterwards. It's like because I can talk to people. You know what I mean? I can talk about some dumb sports shit. I can talk about this. I can talk about that. I can make you feel like we cool, we friends and shit. Because of that, I can make a phone call, get you a job, bro. Like a lot of times we don't realize that a lot of people, you may have the same qualifications as another person, but if you're a boring ass, lame ass motherfucking dweeb or some shit, the person who is not a dweeb is probably gonna get hired over you because they're gonna be more, you know, it's gonna be better to be around them. It's gonna be better to socialize with them. I got somebody who I can talk to on the lunch break. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to like this awkward dude. So unless you're at the top echelon of your career field, top echelon of skill sets where you're just irreplaceable, if you're like you got a bachelor's degree in business administration and you're competing with somebody who's more sociable with you that has the same degree, you're fucked. You're done. You know what I mean? Like
all the time.
Yeah,
you know, like he's an incel. He's an incel. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I don't like this guy. I mean, I don't know him. I don't like him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do not like him. He's an incel.
Like Bitter Meta say, they know he's a hoe. He's a hoe. You know you're a hoe. But that's all I got on this last. Y'all got any final thoughts on this last topic? Yo, I should have sent that message out earlier. The fucking views went up. Y'all got any topics on the last one?
If we as men can look at this dude and see how corny he is, I know women can look at him and think like, yeah, I'm finna get everything out of this man's bank.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
She's talked about him already, you know?
Yeah, like, nah. It's crazy though, because he got all that done to be, 3 inches taller, but he probably might not be able to do normal stuff again. Like play sports or run or that sucks. So your quality.
And here's the thing, he probably couldn't, hit it before. And now he probably definitely can't with them wobbly ass legs. Like, what is with this dude? Like, how stupid you gotta be? Like,
and now his body proportions all off. So I know his clothes game looking real weird right now.
he just dumb, man. I'm starting to feel sorry for this dude. Like, this is like a suicide. I know that.
Capital L.
Man, y'all brutal, man. I'm glad I'm not 5'8" around y'all ass. Get roasted to death. But that's all I got, man. So I'm gonna toss it to y'all. That's the final topic of the day. So I'm gonna toss it to y'all. First, let's start off with Oni, man. If you got anything you want to plug, anything you want to shout out, this is your time to shine, and appreciate you coming through, bro.
Oh yeah, appreciation everybody here. It's pretty cool. No, I just got a book. Like I told you guys, I had a book of power, and then I guess I did an app. It's not that popular. I was just mostly doing apps to see if I had the skill. I think it's like learn Swahili in 15 minutes a day or something. But beyond that, appreciation for being here. Enjoyed everybody else's company. Hotep and Star. Y'all was fire. So appreciation.
Yeah.
Words. Let's toss it out to Star. Star, what you got? Yeah.
Well, I'm an artist. I'm a business owner. If you need some herbs, some holistic wellness products, organic, vegan, all natural, go on to rareawareness.com. I got you. Working on some music. So that will be out soon. And yeah, it was really nice and fun chopping it up with y'all. Y'all had me laughing the whole time.
Appreciate you coming through, my boy. Hotep, what you got, my man?
I had a good time talking to y'all today. I don't really have anything to plug or nothing. But yeah, this was a good conversation. I'd like to go ahead and do it again real soon. I feel like it was real fruitful. But yeah.
Yeah, man, I might be in need for some future panelists, so I'm gonna holler at y'all. At the same time, we're working on the project, the Hip Hop High Society, which I'm gonna need a Hotep star, man. If y'all don't mind, if y'all got some time on your hands, if y'all can stick around. Only if you want to be involved, of course, you can always stick around as well. But I got some things I want to relay to y'all, definitely. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming through. Last minute, I think it was probably within 30 minutes. I hit all y'all up, man. So, and y'all showed up and showed out, man. So I appreciate that greatly. And that's why I fucks with y'all. But on behalf of everybody here at the Harsh Reality Podcast, I gotta say, peace.
Peace.
Greetings, everyone. This is Koku from the Bitter Medicine Podcast, inviting you to tune in to the Bitter Medicine Podcast on KWAZ Radio.
Peace, family. This is Oni, inviting you to listen to the pro-black perspective, where black problems are addressed with black solutions.
Greetings, fam. Tune in to The Learning Curve with me, the revolutionary matron on KWAZ Radio.